वो चादरों की सलवटों में ख्वाब मेरे दब से गए, हाजिरी लगाना भूला क्लास ले रहा कब से नहीं। वो चादरों की सलवटों में ख्वाब मेरे दब से गए, हाजिरी लगाना भूला क्लास ले रहा कब से नहीं। वो चादरों की सलवटों में ख्वाब मेरे दब से गए, हाजिरी लगाना भूला क्लास ले रहा कब से नहीं। आंखें मूंदी सो गया मैं, ख्वाब मेरे फिर से भाई, मंजिलों पे पहुंचा ना गिरा पर उनकी छत से कई। आखिरकार उठा मैं लेके बीटियों का बार, मैंने जैसे बिना कॉल पीसीओं से बाहर, और सब है ये कहते कि मैं हूँ निकम्मा, पर क्या करूँ काम। मुझ पे ना दौलत ना शौहरत, पर जो कुछ वो ले लो, भले छीन लो मुझसे मेरा हराबी, मगर मुझको लौटा दो बचपन बोला कर, जब होता था सॉर्टेड ये लड़का हरामी। बढ़ते ही मैसेजों से भेजो गुड मॉर्निंग, जब हो रही है दोपहर और बैठ सारा जोन भी, तो काय का जीएम मेरी नून पूरी गुल, और उठते ही रो देता को सपने भी हॉन्टिंग। आई रिमेम्बर जब लास्ट पीरियड पे सेट गया था घंटी बजने वाली।
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Day. Let's go, Chad. We back with Pacific. Middle bracket, I guess. Yeah, middle bracket round 2. Yes, sir. A big match. A really big game for global esports. क्योंकि इसके विनर ब्रो व्हाट, मैं सोचा था जी वर्सेस पेपर एक्स होगा, बट जी फुल सेंस होगा। वेट व्हाट, होल्ड अप चैट, होल्ड अप। ये तो सीन हो गया भाई। मेरे को तो लगा था कि जी पेपर एक्स होगा पहले, पर जी पेपर एक्स नहीं होगा यार पहले। ओह शिट, जी फुल सेंस पहले होगा यार। ये तो बड़ा गेम है यार चैट। इट्स अ बिग गेम, क्योंकि यहां जीतते हैं तो सीधा फुल सेंस खेलना पड़ेगा, एंड फुल सेंस के बाद ब्रो चैट चांसेस है कि ये जीतेंगे फिर पेपर एक्स हराना है। ब्रो वेट होल्ड अप, पेपर एक्स को एक बार ऑलमोस्ट हरा दिए थे, तो यहाँ से पेपर एक्स के साथ मैच होगा जो फिर मिडिल फाइनल पेपर एक्स लोअर ब्रैकेट में चले जाएगी। ओह माय गॉड वेट, जी ने वैसे भी, हम लोग कुछ बोल नहीं सकते यार, फर्स्ट वर्सेस ओल्ड टीम। अभी ये वाला मैच तभी तो बोल रहा हूँ बहुत इजी होगा ब्रो। नो वे ये जीतेंगे तो फुल सेंस वाला गेम तो बहुत आसान होने वाला है बे। और उसके बाद मिडिल राउंड 4 में 100% पेपर एक्स मिलेगी, फुल सेंस को हरा के पेपर एक्स मिलेगी यहाँ पे। ये DRX T1 विंस, पेपर एक्स T1 पेपर एक्स विंस, तो जी पेपर एक्स यहाँ पे एक बार, फिर यहाँ जी मिडिल फाइनल, इसका लूजर मिडिल फाइनल में जाएगा, मतलब नॉन्गशिप मिडिल फाइनल में आएगी। ओ वेट भाई चैट, ये तो थोड़े से वो है यार, ये तो है यार। बिग एल डे सच अ बैड बजट, क्या हो गया मेरे भाई? ओह शिट भाई, अब यार पर पहले तो DFM के साथ खेलना पड़ेगा ना भाई, और ये टीम भी अच्छी है। लास्ट गेम इन लोग ने बहुत अच्छा दिखाया है भाई, बहुत अच्छा गेम दिखाया है इन लोग ने लास्ट वाला, बट मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि ये लोग अच्छे अपोनेंट्स के सामने टिक नहीं पाएंगे हैं। RRQ के अगेंस्ट 2-0 हुए थे ना ब्रो, आज ही हराएगी। क्या बजट 2026 वॉज बेकार? क्या था बजट 2026 में? क्या आया भाई? कुछ ऐसा आया कि किसी को अगर पीसी बनवाना हो तो गवर्नमेंट अपने तरफ से 2 लाख रुपए देगी?
Yo, bro, man, I need your help, man. What are you guys doing? Please, somebody, please. Jeez, Louise.
फिर से होगा क्या? Probably.
Guys, hey Frost.
Probably.
Sorry to interrupt you while you guys are working very hard.
Hurry it up.
But you guys want to do an interview? Yes, yes. All right.
क्या चल रहा है भाई?
Bobby, for you, what kind of influence does Frost have on you? Was the question from our Korean caster.
Influence, very bad influence.
Very bad
That's
influence.
pretty much it.
That's tough.
Autumn, how is Pacific different from CN?
Probably the skill level.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all. Really.
Lower or higher?
Depends on the team. Depends on the team.
अरे भाई साहब क्वेश्चन डॉज किया ना इसने.
Hope you guys are enjoying your time on GE.
इसने dodge किया ना
Good luck,
question.
and I'm gonna let you get back to it.
Dude, please get it right this time. Bro, you're supposed to be captain, bro. What are we doing, bro?
भाई यार कुछ भी बोलो ये जी वाइब है.
What are we doing?
इसको देखो.
You know. Brother.
मैप सिलेक्शन भी
I think
शायद
it's done,
1v1 में ही होता है वो. हर घर DDR5 रैम यूज ना.
Oh my god, did Frost do a pun?
ना bro.
Did he do a Valorant pun for us?
I think Frost put that there. He's mind controlling him to.
भाई इसके बाद DRX T1 है.
Play Vito.
मैं DRX T1 देखूंगा नहीं. मैं रैंक रैंक करूंगा.
That's
not
incredible
me.
considering the amount of frags
मेरी
he
भी
does
चैट पढ़
every
लो क्या लिखा है
game.
तूने कुछ लिखा ही नहीं है.
He's just the brain, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. no need
He's
to
just there
monitor.
making the
Is
calls.
DFM
and,
good team?
full
DFM is a
astral
good
mode
team.
there.
देखो देखो DFM is a really good team.
versus
बट
what we
डिपेंड
saw
क्या
in
करता है
the
पता है
match of today.
कि ये DFM को तुम कितना मोमेंटम दे दो. तुम DFM के सामने ना अगर राउंड पे राउंड दे दो ना बैक टू बैक तो ये लोग फिर 2 के बाद ना 10 निकालने में 2 से 10 निकालने में ना टाइम नहीं लगाएंगे.
that DFM wins.
बट mechanically GE is much better than DFM. mechanically जी के प्लेयर्स ज्यादा अच्छे हैं. तो ये लोग कभी भी डह सकते हैं. कभी भी डह सकते हैं. आज एक और जापानीज टीम को बाहर कर देगी जी देखना.
Having 2 wins already under my belt and losing to arguably the best performing team in Pacific right now is nothing to kind of cry about, honestly.
Yeah, I definitely think they maybe don't feel
Unpopular
so bad
opinion,
about that
DFM
loss. It
will
wasn't
win.
like
What
they
do you
played
mean,
very,
bro?
like, poorly that one.
Ah.
RRQ did look pretty good. But you did mention that you were a little bit worried about the attack side.
DFM
but
has
maybe
danced,
the
buff.
defense side might be most important. today.
अगर ये लोग
Also
हगे यार
about
देखो
GE,
देखो भाई मैं जेन्युइनली एक चीज बता रहा हूँ. अगर जी हगी तो ही हारेंगे. अगर जी उस दिन पेपर एक जैसा खेली ना इनके सामने तो भाई ये लोग एक मैप का भी चांस नहीं है इन लोग का. 2-0 अर्शे यहाँ घर पे भाई वो बाहर चले गए थे.
pulling out, and I think they might.
वो
that
बाहर
might
चले
be a
गए
big
थे.
issue for GE today.
Now,
हम लोग कुछ
Akame
करने
and
वाले थे,
Angela,
but
we wanna
अभी-
see all the players step up even more.
पर अभी
We
next
know
week
that
is
they
the-
can, and you know it's not just the walk.
Rank guy कब होगा इस मैच के बाद?
He has stayed on the roster since last year, and we've seen some
हाँ.
really nice performances come out from him. Not so much against RRQ, but the other 2 games. Yeah.
देख लो
I
भाई
think
साहब.
Akame is arguably
Hi,
the
Yash
best
bhai.
player on
Good
DFM
morning,
at the
Sujan
moment,
bhai.
which is a bit sacrilegious to say, but that chamber game lives rent
भाई लोग
free in
डांस तो
my
करते हैं,
head,
कुछ
where
भी
he
बोलो.
drops almost like 30 or 40
Yeah.
kills
डांस
on
करते हैं ये लोग भी
This is a
वाइब है.
very talented
पर ये
player,
सालों को
but
देना
it's
नहीं चाहिए
opted to
इनके
take
मैप.
a back seat to allow Cess more role comfort in this team, and
Bon
that's
Bon
what
DFM
makes him
supporter है, वो
such a
DFM
threat,
supporter नहीं है,
such
वो
a
DFM में
valuable
काम
asset
करता है.
to have on any team really is like,
चल रहा था
yes,
सब
brings
सही,
the vibes
ठीक-ठीक
to
चला
the
यार.
server and out of the server
इतना कुछ
as
danger
well,
नहीं
so
चला.
that's really going to help from a marketing perspective, but he's got a lot of talent and this guy can play any role. He's happy to just do whatever the team needs, and that is just you really
हाँ आज मेरे को बॉन के साथ गेम देखना चाहिए.
I definitely think
Bon
the
Bon के साथ.
energy is really important outside of the marketing team for sure.
वो लिटरली वो ऑर्ग में काम
I
करता
think
है.
Having all the other
इसको
boys
भर
in such
देंगे.
a good mood, you can see him. He's either
सुबह उठ के तू स्ट्रीम करेगा, तू नहीं किया, अब तक दिन बहुत अच्छा गया. अच्छा
he's basically
अच्छा मुझे इग्नोर कर रहा. सॉरी यार पंकिल भाई, कल मैं रैंक में चला गया था यार.
Yeah.
उन्होंने कौन सा प्लेयर है? प्लेयर नहीं है वो,
I don't know
सोशल
if we
मीडिया
wanna
टीम
start
में.
a fight today. Those are
I just want to
fight
remind
words.
you. The reason why I'm not saying anything.
किसी कैसा है? ठीक ठीक चल रहा है भाई.
Please don't put like a little clip here. But
भगवान को डिस्कॉर्ड में बुला है ना?
Absolutely
है ना? उसके साथ
Yeah.
इसके साथ देखना चाहिए.
We didn't see much of our
आज
RRQ
DFM
in
हारेगी
that
तो उसको
game,
भरना
so
चाहिए.
thanks
यार
for
पर वो
that.
तो आज आज
It's one of the best
अबे
personal
एक्चुअली वॉच
visual
पार्टी में जाते हैं ना DFM की.
my whole life. So Boaster, I'm not
ये
gonna
लोग
say anything.
वॉच पार्टी करते हैं अपनी अपनी कंट्री
I know
में.
you're like minus 500 right now, but you went like plus 500 against
नया
us,
पीसी
so-
लेंगे पंकज भाई. ये वाला पुराना वाला गया
We will
भाई.
be playing against
PC not
Global
working for
Esports
Radiant.
today, and you know, this is a rematch, but I think this is really interesting because I feel like both of these
कुछ
teams
साल
have figured
पहले
a lot
जी
of
ऑफ
things
डीएफएम
out
लास्ट
in
प्लेस
these
के लिए लड़
2
रहे
weeks
थे
alone.
और आज मिडिल
Wonder
ब्रैकेट में
about-
एक अच्छी पोजीशन पे है
wonder
दोनों
about the
टीम्स
skit.
भाई.
I wonder actually if he does say anything at all. Frost was talking about, you know, the question we had about the
I saw already
IGL,
appreciating you and there
you
were
know,
people
3 of them
wanting
have
to see
IGL
the post.
experience.
What do you
There must be a
mean?
lot of, like, chatter.
कहाँ कुछ
People,
भी
like,
मेरे को
just
इंस्टा पे
naturally
भेजो.
stepping into the calling role
इंस्टा पे
and,
भेजो.
you know, potentially if there are any clashes.
पीसी का घी खत्म.
Yeah, I think there is definitely
कोई बात
such
नहीं
a
भाई.
thing as
मैं यार दोस्तों अगर तुम लोग की पहचान में ऐसा कोई पीसी शॉप वाला है जो स्पॉन्सर करने को देख रहा हो या फिर कुछ हो जाए जुगाड़ माँ कसम पीसी के लिए या इवन कुछ पार्ट्स के लिए
maybe that has been an issue.
तो मेरे को DM कर देना
alluded to
Discord
by
पे.
Frost a little bit, particularly in that PRX series, or maybe that's not necessarily the main thing. Xavi has been very
अगर कोई है जो
consistent as an
स्पॉन्सर कर
IGL,
सकता है तो
though.
बहुत अच्छी
He
बात
has
है.
really, particularly in
तो
that
कुछ
Zeta series,
अच्छे पार्ट
bailed out
स्पॉन्सर कर
GE
सकता है
time and
तो
time
भी
again
अच्छी
with
बात
some
है.
big clutches and some
मेरा
big
ले तुम्हारे
multi-frag
पीसी में
holds on the
कितना
defense. I
FPS
think
आता है?
your Astra player needs to be able to multi-frag when you're going to play it on the
Yeah.
defense.
RCB
on some of
जर्सी है
these
क्या?
maps.
I think also maybe because there's so many
Pacific में
voices,
सबसे
maybe
ज़्यादा
it is
तगड़ा
helping
competition
that
है.
he can relieve some of
Pacific
that pressure to
भाई
someone else and it
ओवरऑल
goes
अगर देखा जाए ओवरऑल अगर हम लोग देखने जाए ना तो पैसिफिक का जो चल रहा है ना पैसिफिक के जो ब्रैकेट्स चल रहे हैं ना वो इतने अनप्रिडिक्टेबल है ना कि किसी को नहीं पता कि भाई कब DRX T1 और जेनजी लोअर ब्रैकेट में आके बाहर हो जाए और कब जी क्वालिफाई कर जाए किसी को नहीं पता किसी को भी नहीं पता
I
भाई
mean, it's been,
This
they've
clutch
been-
was
they've been
crazy.
तुम नहीं बोल
mostly
सकते कि
fighting
भाई
success here.
कल को ये भी नहीं बोल सकता कोई कि भाई पेपर एक्स 100% क्वालिफाई करेगी वो भी गायब हो सकता है
I
कल
definitely
पेपर
wanna
एक्स
look at.
इतना
Yatsuka
ज्यादा
and
उसमें दिख रही थी ना कि यार
Yatsuka looks like
और
he's
जी के
playing
अगेंस्ट
more
भी
of that Euro
देखा ना
role.
तुमने
He switched
जी
onto
के
the
अगेंst भी
operator role where we see May kind of
किसी
step
को
off with
stream
that.
ये ऑफिशियल
Some
स्ट्रीम है इस पे नहीं लगा
incredible
सकते
plays
यार
come out from him.
गेमिंग स्ट्रीम पे लगा
As a,
सकता हूँ इस पे
you
नहीं
know,
लगा
result.
सकता
Yeah, Yatsuka, I mean, we heard it from Kaide in the interview, actually. The whole
पैटमैन को
reason
क्यों हटाया
why he's
टीम से
playing
क्योंकि
these
पैटमैन
agents
को
is
एक
because they feel
इंडिया
like
का
he's
वीजा
the
चाहिए था ना
strongest
तो इसीलिए
offer in the
पैटमैन
team.
जी में खेल रहा है
May,
आधार कार्ड
famously
चाहिए
being a player who mostly
क्या
just
पता भाई
rifles,
क्यों
he
हटाया
doesn't really opt much unless
आरसीबी
he's
फाइनल्स
got
देखा
a
मैंने
jet
300
lead,
400
previously, so I think Yatsuka filling
पर
that
स्ट्रीम
up
करते समय
role
कितने
had
आते
a
हैं
better performance than
मैं डुअल
Unitized
पीसी
got
स्ट्रीम
in
नहीं कर
favor
सकता
where
क्योंकि
Haven's
डुअल
concerned,
पीसी
but
स्ट्रीम
Unitized has
करूंगा
mostly just
अगर
been
लाइट
playing
चलेगी
Vito
तो
on every
सीन
single
हो
map.
जाएगा
And honestly,
एक तो इन्वर्टर भी
that
लगाना
chamber
है अभी
performance wasn't great.
हाँ ना
but
फुरिया
the
G2 को
in
पेल
general
दिस
wasn't great. Yeah,
हाँ
maybe if he has
फुरिया
chambered a
G2
better
अमेरिकास की
comp
बात
into
क्यों कर रही हो
he can
पैसिफिक
still
में
play
भाई
quite well on that.
पैसिफिक नंबर 1 रीजन है पूरी दुनिया में
where there's
ठीक है
some really high individual skill, but we're just not seeing it enough
देखा
rounds in a
WPL
row.
भाई
Yes.
Just Uniton is maybe a little bit more dependable.
डीमन
in
वन
terms of if
कब
they're
तक
gonna
नहीं
hit
खेलेगा
his side,
C9 के लिए है आई गेस अब डीमन वन कोई
if he's on the
ऑफिशियल
side.
रोस्टर में
Just
जाएगा
like,
देखना चाहे
if I want to see a highlight, not saying
Exclamation mark, PC goal डाल दो रुद्र भाई.
I do feel like when we go watch the VOD back, we're going to see Yatsuka highlights. But are we going to see him have that pretty consistent? Is he going to be 22
स्किल इशू को पीसी का इशू बता
He
दिया
may be
अच्छा
16
साले
and 16 and have some nice highlights. So I think maybe him being a little bit more
Send Demon
consistent
1
and having just some more
Send
rounds maybe
Demon
where it's
1.
not as highlight, but he's just bringing value.
bruh
Now,
Oi, Breeze
I definitely
Pulse
want to
split.
talk about how these two teams are sort of finding their own play style and developing
Bro.
their own. It's two totally different play styles and approaches here.
Yeah.
But as we go into this map Vito here, I think we are going to see
भाई यार
that come head to head, especially on that very first map there at Breeze.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Breeze
जी
is an
bind
interesting
क्यों ban
selection
करी
for a
बे?
GE who did
अच्छा
drop
DFM का
that
बहुत
to
अच्छा है bind
PRX,
शायद.
I believe in somewhat of a close series. They played a
Mhm.
interesting double controller comp
That's
and
when he
not
get
playing the
energy, right?
Viper. So
Split में
yeah,
DFM
I
cooked.
feel like that's
Split
a
में तो
very
खत्म है ये
slow
लोग.
comp is kind of the vibe
Last
I was
map तक
getting
अगर
from
गया
it,
तो
but
GG
it was
जीत
working at times.
So I
Oh,
also
boy,
want to
so-
talk about our predictions here. Pilsy, you
भाई,
ended up going for
ये क्या बात
DFM
हो गई?
today. Why have you gone for DFM?
Viewer
Global,
लोग
you
DFM
know,
क्यों
they've
बोल
been
रहे?
looking pretty strong.
Yeah,
ये
I
GE
think
जीतेगी
GE
भाई.
has a very good chance of winning this series, but I don't know. I think for DFM, for me, I don't see losing to RRQ
जी
as
डीमन वन
a
डायबॉलिकल
huge issue given
भाई
the
देखो अभी
excellent
तक
form they're
अगर
in.
देखा
And I
जाए
felt like
अमेरिकाज
GE was
में
quite
अगर
poor
तुम लोग
against
देखो
Zeta,
ध्यान
so
से
I think it's
तो
definitely
डीमन
a
वन
losable
सिर्फ एक ही
series
टीम में
for
फिट इन
Yeah,
होता
I
है
definitely
सिर्फ
don't
एक ही
like,
टीम
even though I do
हैं?
go for GE in this
सिर्फ
one,
एक
I
ही
was
टीम में
looking
फिट इन
forward
होता है डीमन
to
वन
that Zeta series, to
और
be
वो
honest.
टीम एक ही है
I
G2
think there's quite a couple of times when
उसके
Zeta
अलावा
could
किसी
have
भी टीम
taken
पे
it,
नहीं है
and GE looked a little bit shaky and DFM looked so much more convincing in their previous game.
Yeah.
पर
So I
डीमन वन को
definitely-
G2 जाना
even
नहीं
though
चाहिए
I
भाई
didn't go the same route as you guys, I definitely think
डीमन
US
वन को अभी ना
might have it right in this one.
Oh,
बड़ी टीम में
well, you
जाना
should have
चाहिए.
just joined us then, but you
Just
picked
might.
Global
Just
Esports.
might.
But it is a rematch, and I think a lot of us
Demon
are
on
very
freelancer
sure
है.
about today's matches. It's going to be a close one as we send it to the stage to welcome back DFM
Bye.
versus Global Esports.
Thank you for the 57 Rudraj bhai. MIBR Demon 1. MIBR में डाल दो डीमन 1 को, माँ कसम। अबे एक काम करो ना, टेंस को भी रिटायरमेंट से ला लो और डाल दो इधर ही रोस्टर में, हैं? टेंस को भी रख लो, खिला लो। टेंस, डीमन 1 आसपास, जेकन, और कौन बच गया? और एक अच्छा IGL चाहिए रहेगा ना, तो बोस्टर को भी ले लो। क्या 4 लोग तो मार ही लेंगे, तो एक प्लेयर ऑल टाइम दिमाग चलाना चाहिए। According to odds, G2 is strong. Nah, bro. G2 मिडिल ब्रैकेट या लोअर ब्रैकेट से क्वालिफाई जरूर करेगी, पर G2 का गेम प्ले जोनापी के जाने के बाद से एकदम डाउनफॉल में गया है। जोगमो नहीं मार रहा है ना, जोनापी हग रहा है। ईथन बेटर देन बूस्टर, ईथन NRG में है ना, अच्छा उसकी टीम है ना। आप बच गए नहीं, मैं रहूंगा वाटर बॉय। मैं रहूंगा MIBR एकेडमी टीम में, MIBR एकेडमी टीम, उसमें मैं रहूंगा। मेरे साथ साथ सिर्फ मैं ही रहूंगा। Hi guys and bye, welcome to stream everyone. It is time for the game, baby.
Detonation focus me.
As we see the rematch between DFM and Global Esports, it's so interesting to note that once upon a time, both of these teams were honestly in the constant fight towards the bottom. But DFM is now rewriting their story, and there's been progress every single year. And it kind of fits into the harsh truth of VCT and the Pacific model, where everything must be earned, nothing is given. So I'm really happy to see DFM finally improve every single match.
Yeah, they've improved their roster. This new team, an amalgamation of the Riddle Order team from Challengers
DFM
Japan.
वाले आज G के सामने G को distract करेंगे डांस करके।
It seemed like it's become a winning recipe. They've already picked up 2 wins in Pacific thus far. In the past,
आज अगर G वाले बहुत मारेंगे तो डांस कर देगा आकामे सामने।
Is definitely winnable for them as well.
They're looking extremely confident now, and you can see all the dancing happening. Once again, I'm gonna ask if they look this clean in the server as they're looking.
अबे पिछले मैच में एक जापान की टीम बाहर की है, आज हार्ड नहीं होगा, आज दूसरी बार करेंगे।
To redeem themselves, prove themselves on this server. It's the misfits of Pacific's Global Esports, and they have a bit of a rebellious streak with the biggest rebel of all as their head coach, Frost here. Now, Frost, he's been known to do this with Talon last year, and he really likes having lots of comps. He's been posting about having 2 comps per map, and it might be doable. You know, all of these players are flex players, maybe except for Crystal.
Slow motion में सालो।
Even him, he could do some flexing. Yeah, he has done some flexing in the past. He can play
G
some
को IGL heavy hit के करता है।
It's just as you said, Frost does like having a couple of aces up his sleeve. He said he's going to lift more for Javi in the previous series, so I'm sure he's going to come into this one extremely prepared. This
different लोग आए हैं। दोस्तों लाइक कर दो स्ट्रीम को, अगर लाइक नहीं किया है तो।
Today is going to be a big.
भाई मैंने आज सुबह ट्विटर पे ना सुबह शावी की एक क्लिप देखी, चैट एक क्लिप देखी भाई, वो बंदा क्या मारता है, वो आज फुल गरम होके आए, फुल घी आके आए, रगड़ के आए, माँ कसम मजा आ जाएगा।
But I want to talk about these two teams. You were, touching
भाई
upon
उनकी
it
कैप
just
कितनी अच्छी दिख रही है
earlier
यार,
about how
अगर
these
कोई
two
जी
teams
से
have
देख रहा है तो
decided
वो
to
एक कैप
approach
मेरे लिए भी
the
ज़्यादा
meta
है।
this year. Tell me your thoughts on this, Ewok.
Yeah, I think it's been very interesting because DFM went for pretty much of like the standard what a lot of people are going for with the double units and everything, but I do like that Frost with
Best
GE has
rookie?
gone with a little bit of a different route. They're one of the few teams even across all the different regions. There are some of them that have really implemented the veto of quite a couple of their maps, and Uniton has been almost a veto specialist at this point, and is someone the other teams are looking at how to play this agent. I do think at the moment
PC गोल नहीं लगा है, PC गोल ऑफिशियल स्ट्रीम में नहीं लगा सकता
to win, but the way how they're
लगा
playing it
सकता
right
हूँ,
now
बट
is a
वॉच
big
पार्टी में
reason
थोड़ा
why they are
बहुत सारा इन्फो दिखता है ना स्क्रीन पे।
It's an interesting team. It's been very effective in
हाँ,
certain
जावी हो
matchups,
सकता है,
particularly against PRX.
जावी हो सकता है मेरे लिए जावी होना चाहिए।
Showstoppers. It
बेस्ट
really
रूकी होना
does
चाहिए
have
जावी।
that aura in terms of making teams second guess whether they want to make
Not really a
certain
rookie,
plays or
but
try
VCT
to go
rookie
for
तो of
certain
course।
site executes at times. So I think GE definitely on the
DFM
cutting edge
स्ट्रांग
of the
है,
meta. And in
बट अगर
Valorant,
उनको
we've seen that
राउंड्स
be a
नहीं
big
दिए,
condition
उनको
at
उनका
times in the
पेस
past.
नहीं मेंटेन करने दिया तो 100% जी जीतेगी भाई।
Are they going to try and
जी को
exploit
बस
the
अपने
veto
पेस पे
against
खिलाना,
it?
इन
Because
लोग को
there's-
गेम
I think
खत्म
there's
है।
certain times when we're going to see once again GE
Why,
is going
Rudan?
to go for it on the attack side. If you do contact into the veto, sometimes it's very difficult for him to do.
Bro, chat! Oh, Autumn Yuru खेल रहा है. मैं 2 सेकंड के लिए जो confuse हुआ भाई. मेरे को लगा जी ये बार भी Sentinel ले ली. फिर डांस. सब डांस करने लग गए. अरे भाई साहब. बात पे डांस कर देते हो. Kami is the new booster.
Similar to what you saw both T1 and Genji do on their attacking sides, which into the veto, you know, could be effective, but there's some good setups between the Astra and the veto here on the side of Global. Even Pac-Man making plays with the Omen. The double controller can be very tricky to attack into with all the bunker smokes sometimes.
All right, well,
That's
thank you so
it.
much, gentlemen.
Nothing
We're going to send
else.
it over to our casters for this rematch between GE and DFM. It's none
Rematch?
other than Quack and Komodo.
Rematch?
When the desk is right, they are definitely right, and I'm kind of like.
Chat rematch हो रहा है जी DFM का.
You look like you're
मैं
about
भूल गया
to
क्या जी का
drive
पहला
off
मैच
to the
किसके साथ था?
sunset on a motorbike or something.
I do want a motorbike, so that would be quite apt, but that is quite risky in the weather here that we have because it is very cold outside, but it's going to get hot in the damn server today. Got to get it off the chest. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. I want to hear the rest of it from all of you out there because Autumn is back on the server. There's the Aussie bias aside. Spicy game, interesting game, exciting game, and
Last year
Breeze
गई.
for DFM here.
अबे तो last year दोनों ही अलग team थी भाई.
Mainstream the normal comp essentially, so I am intrigued to see
Autumn
how they
तो
are
member है
going
Klurge
to
भाई
maybe
का.
some Annies out here on towards
पहले तो Viral के साथ था. Viral को हराया था. और Paper X से हारे थे. फिर Vct Division से जीते थे.
For me, when I look at it from an
2-0, 1-2,
outside view on that defensive side, I want to see a little bit more pizzazz with it as well. I think
भाई
the
चालू
TPs
करो
last
चालू
time weren't
गेम
really
देखना है गेम
required
जल्दी.
a lot from him for rotation's sake.
भाई अच्छा मैप है
From
जी
your
का.
Autumn as well. How's that Yoru faring? Because I think if we do look on the DFM side right now, the fact
Only
that Yasuke is
299
going to be
left for PC
comfortable with
Let's
this Yoru as well,
go.
I think that if we're getting Kaede being very sufficient on the Viper as well, we're looking for a couple of these new guys in this roster to be happy in the server, I think, and allow May to do what May does best.
Viral
That's
Korean
Brad
team है.
back on the jet now.
अबे but और तो जापान की है ना Viral शायद.
I mean, if you're thinking about Yasuka, he didn't have
Chat,
to
Viral Japan की और क्या ना? तो जी का तीसरा मैच जापानीज और के साथ हो रहा है.
How things are going to keep improving, but at the same time, that's the thing about these two teams that we have right now. They come into
Hi
this
Vishnu
year,
bhai,
they
what's
come
up?
in with games
Hi
that
Blasty.
they played, constantly improving, constantly coming up, showing off new enhancements. To,
चालू कर
you know,
दे
all
मेरे
the
भाई,
different
चालू कर
compositions
दे.
that they bring out sometimes. But for G as well, I mean, especially when you got
PC
someone
goal
like
कहाँ है?
Frost, you know,
PC
coaching
goal
them and stuff.
ये stream पे
You
नहीं
can
ला
just bet
सकता.
there's a lot going on
Too
behind the
much
scenes.
I mean,
elements.
we heard it a little bit
many
earlier
elements.
in the bit, didn't we? Right?
Oh, yeah.
Javi, I mean, look,
जी जैसे इंडिया
I
में
think
से Viral
Frost
भी
is always
जापानीज है.
going
वो.
to be able to do something special
Real-
with a lot of his
real
rosters.
potential
Look at
अच्छा
what
खासा
happened
है.
to
हाँ
Talon
क्या?
last year, for example, top 4 team technically at the end of the year, right? Just missing out on champions. What could have been?
चालू कर
The
दो ना
current
मेरे
form going
भाई.
into the series
कितनी बात
yesterday,
कर रहे
thought
हो?
things were looking good for the full send squad, but for Nongshim getting that
बैठ गए
victory
सब
in a
लोग
very,
गेमिंग करने
very hot
चालू.
first map, I think
भाई
that's exciting.
don't
And
tell
I,
me
from
कि
an outside
अमेरिकाज
view on
जैसा
this series right now for DFM and GE kind of put them in the more
जो लोग
50-50
अमेरिकाज
mark as
देखते
well.
हैं
I was
उनको ही
actually
पता है.
kind of really deciding which prediction did I want to go with, which build difference.
I think best looking Lovers Rock रहेगा. Lovers Rock my goat.
With the Hyunmin pick instead of
Lovers
the
Rock
main
my
there, so
goat.
we'll see what happens inside the server here, folks. Welcome. Vct Pacific
मैंने
back
सोचा नहीं
again,
था कि
DFM
टकली का नाम
versus
Lovers
Global
Rock.
Esports middle bracket match, which has also been shaken up with
ऐसा क्यों हुआ पर Lovers Rock क्यों नाम
it
हुआ
goes
डरता का?
into this as well. So things are getting very intriguing here in Pacific. Breeze, Pearl, and maybe a banger on split to finish things off.
For the meantime, starting things off onto Breeze.
Chalo,
Global's
it is
map
time.
pick. DFM kicking things off. On
It
the
is
attacking
time,
side as well,
Chad.
actually, right middle bracket. First strike's already been
Wow,
written.
swap. जी क्या
One
करिए?
more,
Attack
they go
करिए
down
क्या?
to lower, and that's where
This
you
will
don't
be
want to
DFM
be,
strength
because it's a
win
full
if they
string of
win
games
today.
moving
अबे
forward from that
कुछ
point
नहीं
on.
10th
So,
9 पे अटक जाने वाले
DFM,
हैं.
let's see what they've got starting things off.
Yeah, starting off on the attacking side as well, which they haven't fared too much, but you flip it to
Ninth
the
पे
defenses, and
अटकने
they're one of
वाले
the
हैं
strongest
भाई.
teams at the moment with all the games that they've played, so it does make things quite cool for me to see. Well, if they can get the lion's share rounds on their attacking side, make that defensive side a little bit easier, because you come in towards this veto as well, the map veto as well as the actual agent veto, and you should have that prep ready in what's going to be a bit of an A walkout for
जी पहले
DFM.
डिफेंस कर रही है.
GE should recognize this pretty early as well, because they got technically 5 in mid if you consider Crystal at the top of nest.
Oh.
Kind of somewhat here that
चार लोग मिड से आ रहे
interceptor,
जी के
so
पिक
instantly
करने.
the screen up. They're just going to set
Bro, लोग का
camp,
idea
set
भी
up
होगा
camp
क्या?
on site.
Side पे 5v4 है.
It's going to get scrappy.
As soon as the smokes go down, Well, Nebula coming back up.
Nice,
There goes the
nice.
pop flash. GE wants
Trade
blood.
करो,
It's
क्या
gonna be
बात है,
Pat
क्या
to
बात
find
है,
two
क्या
trades.
बात
And Crystal
है.
as well, take one more down with him. Seth's the only one left.
दोस्ती की
And he was
शक्ति.
all the way down middle. This takes so much time.
It's not even planted for him, mate. There's just no way that he's going to be able to get in towards this one and find it.
Wow,
Just gonna
good
get
round,
taken
भाई.
down by Patman.
Too strong, जीत गए, 2-0 है.
And the pistol. Global Esports, they will get
भाई साहब.
that pistol round very importantly, because if you think, Quack, about the Zeta game,
बहुत
too,
बढ़िया game.
they were a bit absent in those pistols.
Yeah, sure.
And they still come out on top in the end. So
एक
you
साथ
think if they're
fight
able
किया
to
बे.
accumulate a couple of
एक
freebies
साथ.
on back of the pistols as well, the things should be looking pretty good for them. Again, these sort of rounds too, there's not really much that you need to think about when it's just a full 5 versus 5 on the site. Free entry into it for DFM. Cess
Hello.
on the Astra, always you would expect going to be lurking around, or if it's not him,
Hello! Watch party!
we'll see how those things sort of change throughout the course of this map.
I don't recognize his voice.
Definitely something to keep our eyes on. Again,
Watch party!
not one of those teams that you
G
want
fighting!
to lose momentum against. But one other thing that I have been wondering about is this double control. The Astra Omen specifically.
WW.
Yeah, instead of opting for the Viper.
आज हार गई तो मेरे को कुछ मत बोलना.
Bit of a different look to it for sure.
Who are you talking to? Yeah, I don't know who.
If you didn't have the veto, right, I would definitely say there's no reason not to have the Viper. But they go for a little bit of a different style, with Frost saying Vito is kind of the best agent in the game right now. When you're
भाई ऑटम कितना बढ़िया किया करता है.
Don't get me wrong.
मुंह के ऊपर ही.
Speaking of the Vito,
प्लांट कर दिया.
plant here potentially.
नहीं मिलेगा, नहीं मिलेगा. इतना easy थोड़ी है plant.
Clanking down onto the ground.
Shot.
More kills coming through.
Yep.
Not much else that really. Well, Cess, interesting little journey up mid doors.
Well, man, a Calder, right? He's just going to be lurking around everywhere. These sort of rounds, just look for some little impact that you can do. If you got the plant, it would have been nice for Yatska.
भाई उसको देखो.
You got Patman, who is technically nearing out
Sis को
onto
देखो.
from the shadows, but you're getting Autumn, who would be the quote money man, right? The hunter.
बहुत
In this
अच्छा
one
इसको
with
ये
the
मिलता
outlaw.
है.
Go for as
Avoid
many
करना
kills
पड़ेगा.
as he possibly can, because we have
Women
seen a lot
Astra.
of great impact lately.
अबे
on
हाँ,
having
Women
an
Astra
Autumn
खेल
in the
रहे हैं
bonus
भाई.
round,
Viper Astra नहीं खेल
and
रहे.
I'll go into the 4th round. in
I
the
guess
half
G
as
का
well.
playstyle होगा bro ये.
Having Raze ults as priorities, for
भरने
example,
वाला.
have been awesome. Although when Yudo-san's in the server, they don't exist. So first round's done and dusted.
Bro,
Time
still
for
flanking in the
DFM.
26.
And now we get to see what this map actually looks like for them, right? First time, gonna be playing it in kickoff. Not having a veto go there just yet.
कल तक आएगा देखो अभी ये. इसकी टीम राउंड खत्म कर देगी तब तक कल तक आएगा. भाई कैसी दिखती है
Simple
गार्डियन
happenings
एक्सेस.
all throughout for now. Flawless though, that's definitely going to be something that continues to snowball up for GE.
Yep. They did, of course, see the Outlaw as well, so a bit of a priority on getting out the full shields into this round. Akame going to be down onto just the regens, so hopefully he's not going to be the first one going
nice.
somewhere, but for
अच्छा
May
push
to
किया boy
fall
साथ में.
first. That is not the play
Easy
that you
game
would
होना
want to see
चाहिए भाई
for
आज तो फिर.
DFM, who, by the way, he was kind of by his lonesome self on that lurk roll. That's a bit of an interesting one for DFM there, as Patman will also take that full space towards the B window. This is a good read for Global Esports currently.
Yeah, pretty much in control of the whole map.
भाई
the whole
DFM
pace
slow
of the
खेल रही है
conversation
भाई.
going.
Yeah, and I'm looking at this video.
अब
you're talking
DFM
about
खेल
side
रही है
two,
ना
mate.
G
Look,
की
chokehold
pace
at the
पे.
mid doors, it'll keep you occupied for a bit. You've got bailout strategies as well.
खेल
Crosscuts
खत्म है इन लोग का.
Even Autumn, TP to get on back. You got these double TPs for a reason that you can get a little bit dancy around the server. As Kaide
भाई पैटमैन देखो
starts to get
कितना
a little
आगे
bit
पुश
cheeky
कर
with things,
बैठा है.
pushing to where the defenders buy
एक्सपेक्ट भी
guns.
करेगा क्या? कर रहा है, कर रहा है, एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा है, एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा है.
Patman.
पैटमैन सो मत जाना, सो मत जाना.
One position you
Oh,
definitely
nice,
wouldn't
one more,
expect.
one
He's
more.
got the
Shot,
Guardian, of course,
shot,
but he's
shot.
still gonna make it sick.
फ्लैश है भाई आपके पास.
And he also just got tagged up by a Akame, so knows that there's another soldier
कसम
here, but it is a 2
बोनस
versus
राउंड भी
5.
निकाल लिए.
The only way this round gets lost for Global is if they give freebies to DFM here.
अगर आपको पता
Not what
नहीं
you want to
लगा,
have, but
DFM ने
unfortunate
2-0
circumstances. You're down to 10 seconds.
Genji
and
is not the same Genji
It's the same.
anymore, bro.
No, bro.
Or
to
maybe
try and,
it's
Genji has not popped off.
pray that you can hold on to the gun, to be honest with you.
भाई साहब
Scan.
गुड
No matter
बोनस
what,
राउंड
Pepper
यार.
down
DFM
and finished off.
was
Flawless
the worst
bonus
team
round for Global
of
Esports.
Pacific.
First team.
just so clean with everything
team
that goes
was
through. They already
silent.
kind of knew where he would be. So dumping the utility back
First
there.
team of Pacific.
For me, it's very interesting that
bonus.
coming
अबे एक second bonus flawless निकाला
इन्होंने.
Snipers and the
Guardians in the mix and stuff. You should have the gun advantage. You advantage. You go for more of a bit of a passive default, right? You're not going for an actual split anywhere, figuring out where this utility is going to be. We're already seeing Eurotarn move on this central util around the map. We're going to have to see massive conditioning approaches come forward. That DFM, every single round, they are going to feel like they have to clear so much
खोपड़ा खुलना चाहिए था एक आदमी का.
initiative to figure out where the opponents are playing from. And Abby,
Globally sports
क्या left right stinger से भाई.
इससे आगे नहीं गई है. ये स्टेज को क्या बोलते हैं?
not fantastic, but you know, just decent poke nonetheless. Enough information for the rest of the team to just rendezvous back to the side, hunt down the
अरे Patman क्या clean है तू.
Look who it is. It's Cess. He's lurking again. Now Patman
फिर lurk करने आ गया.
for the ace. Surely gonna be able to
भाई इस दिलवा दो उसको. क्या बात है.
The Predator
Big round भाई साहब.
We saw the damage he was able to do on the Waylay the other day on Bind as well, right? We know that he is absolutely hungry on this global esports roster.
उडोटन अभी तक एक kill नहीं मारा है.
Point to prove.
इसको देखो माँ कसम ये क्या था?
Grudge match down the line if you're able to continue in on this middle bracket as well. And the ace will come Patman's way.
क्या clean move किया भाई.
4 rounds.
13-0.
Global esports now wondering on DFM's side.
So easy for you.
When do we get to see DFM play?
भाई साहब, let's go भाई.
11 kills by the way. It's like 3-2 split.
They're cooking hard, Chad. They're cooking
Up
hard.
towards cave though. Yeah, you got to remember double TP availability too. Autumn can get out of dodge, so can Eurotarn with a little bit of a delay on the TP, of course, by nature of the agent.
बिल्कुल वो क्या ही तो TP किया उसने. Nice, nice यार. Patman क्या push करके खेल रहा है यार. क्या control रख रहा है Patman.
Down with it as well. A little wall bang, a little hit here and there. That's another flawless, mate. That does it.
क्या control लेके खेल रहा है भाई.
It's too easy for you. Maybe it's too easy for GE. DFM have another rifle round not go their way. Time of pause. Time for pause to have a chat.
Udutan 0-0-0.
I knew that DFM hadn't played Breeze in quite the long time, but this is not the performance that you want to have. Not an 0-5. No, absolutely not. I mean, we've seen some great starts from teams and some horrendous starts from teams as well.
तीसरा flawless.
Look at what RRQ was doing.
भाई Chad.
in a game that we didn't think that
Fielding
was
set है DFM की.
On the second map, we've had some one-sided series.
तीनों Japanese orc बाहर कर देगी जी.
Did not put my finger on this series potentially being this
Controller is controller for real,
right? For now. Coach intervention, time to wake up, time to figure things out. Did I also just glimpse that Patman hadn't died? Did I see 13-0? Yeah. He's got 0 deaths so far. It's pretty incredible. I mean, this is just a masterclass by GE right now. The way that they're kind of going through the setups that they have the map, working the Yoru plus the Veto to perfection. Yeah, you call it. Not being scared to take initial duels as soon as the barriers drop as well.
I have no clue, bro. I have not watched a single.
It's definitely a different look to GE that fans can rally behind.
Pearl भी GE
Fans can
निकालेगी.
also rally
2-0
behind this DFM roster, right? Two organizations through the tenure of Vct Pacific that have really been hunting for success. Yeah. And not able to really find it until we see a bit of a
960
blip
goes
last year
hard.
from DFM.
My New Year resolution.
A lot more. Best iteration yet.
I'm gonna be on native anyways.
Definitely needing to see more. Off the timeout though.
दोनों वाली टीम खेल रही है.
Probably want to play a little bit more cautious this time.
वो लोग साला watch party में जाते हैं. Next time से ना उसको देख के बोलूँगा. उसको ना बोलूँगा next time से. बिहार पर next time GE DFM तो होगा ही नहीं वापस कभी.
Helps the situation here.
Group stage में होगा
looking to be overwhelmed.
Nice, Udutan, nice.
Close though, still managed to find one, but down goes the rotations immediately. Crystal in with the Odin, suppressive fire laid down. Autumn, meanwhile, moving into position just outside the skirts of this toxic screen. Yeah, the investment of the dimensional drift here might be quite nice for them as well.
ये मैप पे भी Odin चलती है.
Of the gun that's potential. This is a
चला बहुत प्यारा स्पैम था. 1 सेकंड रुकता तो मार दिया. मार दिया.
Tracers do reveal positions though, so down goes Yatska, but May immediate to trade. Still though, everyone's already on site. They hear the spike going down, but they have utilities to kind of toy with that as well. And that goes Autumn in for it. Flash is set down as well. Kaidi is pinned down, and there's no chance at escaping from DFM. GE will continue to dominate. It's a bit of an onslaught here on the server, to be honest with you. Couple
Bro,
of
वो record बना के जाएगा आज.
3 surviving here. You've got cash for days. DFM. They do get the
What's the score? The score is 6-0.
You know, played singularly.
This paper is much coming in lower final. I don't think it's lower final, भाई. Middle bracket में आ जाएगा. Lower final तक तो जाएगी. G निकालेगी paper एक से rematch जो होगा. भाई next match G ये होगा आज भाई full sense.
A lot of good early calls going at globals.
Done. ये done है bro.
So
देखो Klurge भाई बोले ठीक है.
In the last round was just
इसके बाद अगर भी लगे ना हार जाए तो तुमसे बड़ा ये नहीं देखा मैंने.
नहीं पर्ल मैच बचा है भाई.
अबे पर्ल भी निकाल लेंगे. अबे इसके बाद आखिरी स्प्लिट है नहीं which way जीत जाएंगे.
And they start off by taking out Yudotan too.
Klurge भाई बोले ठीक है.
Incredibly quick and furious. Still though, needing to clear out as much as possible. Cosmic Divide.
अगर किसी को ये परफॉर्मेंस के बाद भी लग रहा है ना अगर जी हार जाएगी तो उस इंसान को ऑनेस्टली संन्यास लेना चाहिए दुनिया से.
You can start to push for a bit of ambitious plays if you want to.
Tiny little cheeky peeks here and there. And Crystal will be able to find one.
अभी कुछ बोल रहे थे क्या?
Behind. Just Kaede to work around the smokes. Says is still so far away, but there goes Kaede. A quick double. Got Kaede at the end.
Says why?
You've got to go fast, mate.
Where do you think he's coming from as well? Tagged by the drone, revealed in the open.
Position that he's played before.
Nice,
G knows it all too well, and Javi will trace him right off the top of the boxes.
Batman falls. He's first in the server.
उसमें भी उसने खुद ने aggressive play बनाया.
A shrouded step behind the opponents in the chaos.
Final boss.
Getting away with a double as well. A 4 versus 5 conversion at the end.
भाई उठोटान हर जगह गोला डाल देता है.
See it here on the replay as well. Just gorgeous.
हर जगह गोला डाल के खेलने लग जाता है.
Cess again inactive in the server. It feels like currently. Calls are going a little bit problematic. The positions and lurks being read. I mean,
मैं तो सीधा next map सोच रहा हूँ भाई. Next map बोल रहा हूँ. Next match G का full sense के साथ है. बस वो जीतना है.
I think Batman still hasn't died yet at all.
No, just once, just then.
Continuing on now. Okay.
अरे यार कहाँ crosshair डाल रहे हो Crystal भाई?
Still an opening for DFM nonetheless. In with Hunter's Fury as well. Autumn trying to play spoiler around the back of boxes, but May will continue with his hunt.
अभी इसने ult use किया.
Marked down by Dimensional.
Good flash, good flash.
Now as the combo gets called, is Paranoia out Yudotan with the kill.
They're going to try and press the issue.
यार पर उन लोगों को पता है कि तीनों आ रहे हैं mid से.
Or maybe not. Missed the window of opportunity.
Yudotan flank आ गया already.
Feel the pressure here. It is a good angle for him that he should be able to find frags from.
At least one, if not two. That would be the best scenario yet. And he hopes for it. Hunkers down. Does manage to find what's needed.
1v2, 1v2, baby, 1v2.
And an angle that's all too clear. Kame lines it up perfectly.
क्यों चला रहा है गंदी गंदी ये?
Very important though for DFM to be in the server in this game, to be present and
दे दिया, free में round दे दिया.
So to be able to find a round there, it's going to be good. 7-5, the best possibility.
याद दिला दूं इसके पहले ही राउंड Klurge भाई बोले थे.
तुम बैठ जा भाई जीत जाएंगे यार.
It's the post that's betraying them. Maybe it is just a bit of a position.
तुम ना एक नंबर के zero believer आदमी हो.
To be a body that is able to shoot.
Zero believer.
With support is going to be important
मुझे
as
तुम्हारे
well.
जुबान में.
मेरे को तुम्हारे भाई तुम तो ना सपोर्ट ही मत किया करो रहने दो.
One of these rounds, especially the way that G has been.
तुम्हारी जुबान बहुत ही गंदी है.
This time around though, DFM very different approach.
A slower one right now. No fights from the get-go. Yatska pushed up through mid. GE looking for a bit of control through main. Will dispatch of Autumn.
Quick exchange, surprisingly enough.
And not deep enough to reveal if the veto utility is completely in the site. Now
अर्जुन भाई को तो कुछ ही नहीं बोलना चाहिए. पनौती के बारे में माँ कसम यूनिवर्सल पनौती है.
Find Kaede.
He took a little bit too much time. Javi still on the site though, looking to anchor, but there goes May with quick movement.
3v2.
Quick flank as well. Red.
Oh, bro! Chat आज नहीं हार रहे. आज पूरा घी है.
Some initial scouting while Pat continues to keep them invested towards the back B main.
No, Paranoia gonna miss its mark. You expect Patman to TP up at the top. It's good identification from Akame in an individual duel that he should be very, very capable of finding. I mean, look at the low HP.
भाई तेरा smoke जाएगा Patman 2 सेकंड में smoke
जाएगा. Here's the drop, and there goes the kill as well. Kaide simultaneous as soon as it happens.
ये देख लो 1 घंटे तक अपने स्मोक बना के बैठा हुआ है. भाई मेरे को तो ऐसा लग रहा है पैटमैन को देख के डर जा रहे हैं उससे भाई. पैटमैन को देख के डर लग रहा है उनको मारने के लिए कि शिट पैटमैन आ रहा है, पीक मत करो पैटमैन आ रहा है. और फिर जैसे ही पैटमैन को देखा डरने लग गया.
A couple of them through smokes, a couple of them in back. Nice. Get it. Nice. I was talking about that economy a little bit earlier as well for Global Esports, right? They still have another purchase here. Usage once more of the Interceptor. Zap away that util in towards the mid doors. You do have not a lot of space identification in mid as well for Global, so you got to look elsewhere right now. Autumn's TP about to fade. He only has one, mind you, so when that is gone, he's either committed or then without. And he's holding in the elbow, so he's committed into this deeper line.
Glad to meet you.
Yeah, with an operator, could be effective still. Keeping things competitive out towards middle. DFM not feeling safe enough to really creep on up.
भाई अभी तक एम इन कंट्रोल ले रहे थे जी वाले, अब क्यों नहीं लड़ रहे एम इन कंट्रोल के लिए?
See what other space you can find, see what positions of your opponents you can garner.
Or hold the position, hold the ground. Shorty goes diving in. And there goes DFM into sight, streaming through with Javi getting gunned down as well.
Final boss.
Holds around the pyramids.
Final boss, Batman!
2 kills to his name. Listening for the tap.
Autumn so far away though. Has to skedaddle on over here. Operator from the flank. Perfect Cosmic Divide. Maybe not Batman. Peeks out Cess just from behind it. Remember that flank I just spoke about? You have to have a bit of an idea is made that this can be possible.
Bro! I'm telling you! I'm telling you, Chad!
Worth its waiting. Gold in the server at the moment. And Patman is
final boss, bhai saab.
Reading you like a damn book.
The pages are open, man. I mean, the micro decisions on them. We just got to see
Kasam! 22 and 3 in 1 hour is crazy, bro.
As soon as the goes down. He manages to step away, even finding an
भाई
opportunity
अकेला
to
1v4 किया है साइड पे.
Find the shot onto Cess.
I mean, the same thing happened the other day. I can't remember the exact players that did it, but I know as soon as the Cosmic Divide was deployed, someone died immediately as it started to come into existence. You gotta be aware of these little gaps that do happen in these moments, but there's so much that'll be going through Cess's mind in that situation. And now it's going to be more of a rapid approach in towards this beast.
Wow, Batman, bhai. Full key.
From Patman.
Good flash. That's a good flash.
Shrouded steps. Oh, God, this is brilliant.
उसके मुंह पे reload कर रहा है.
Just looking for it. Sets up the smoke, reveals, and he holds it
side पे, Batman, मार उसको मार.
Perfect duo. Intense.
क्या बात है?
Finish it off. It's a full all.
क्या बात है?
What's that? 3 flawlesses we've got from them so far. This is an outrageous start from Global Esports in a map that I was really expecting more from DFM. But I also highlighted earlier, Quack. I say that the percentages that we've seen from DFM so far on the attacking side of Kickoff have not been sufficient enough when you compare that to the defenses. They are up there on the defensive side, but they are just not able to get a roll on attack to try and lead, to try and gain advantages to hold. Global Esports are doing a very good job of punishing you at choke point entries and in trades. Evolution out. Budotan.
सब 24 kill पे है भाइयों.
What do? You smoked off. You stalled.
ये देखो फिर पैटर्न. मत जाओ भाई, मत जाओ.
Crystal.
उसने अपनी पहली किल बहुत डेंजर ली. अरे उसको दिखा रहे हैं जब तक खत्म ही हो गया राउंड.
Yatsuka going to continue on with his tear though, since his position is already known.
Shot you to
time. He looks away just at the wrong second.
Yeah.
आका में भाई डांस कर दो माँ कसम.
Spike on his back.
डांस कर दो.
But at the end of the day,
आका में को भी उसका फाइनल मूव करना चाहिए.
We'll try to.
एक डांस सामने सब डिस्ट्रैक्ट.
Whatever tells he can find, but
it's a bit of lady luck.
सब of course करेगा भाई.
Absolutely. A slight reveal onto Yudotan. The Cosmic Divide comes up as well. Akame trying to dance around.
अब आते भाई सब 25-3.
24 25 kills.
25-3.
Just at the end of the first half.
25 and 3. I need someone to be the stat gatherer for me. I need to know what is the biggest scoreline in a half of Valorant. I feel like that's gotta be up there.
भाई इतना अच्छा खेल रहा है ना कि ऐसा लग रहा है जी में और कोई खेल ही नहीं रहा भाई और कोई खेल ही नहीं रहा
Well,
कसम let's go भाई
not a great mixture.
Not currently in a map we haven't seen from them with this roster as well, right? It's always the thing where do you stay on towards maps that you're really comfort on in the veto process? What are you looking to ban out? DFM do...
G Patman is much better than PRX Patman.
First, so they do, you know, leave up a couple of the maps that I feel GE could have gone. They could have definitely gone for Freeze in that showcase against Paper X. They looked alright. Could have gone for Split as well. Glad we've got that in the
Abhi
final.
Patman bhai udhar meow kar rahe hain na.
Abyss is a map that we could probably see from them, but they're holding their cards tight to the chest in that one for right now.
भाई पैटर्न इतना दूर पॉइंट रख के खेलता है ऐसे रिलैक्स पोजीशन में.
The veto would go to favor DFM if this is what we're seeing in the server at the moment. Haven would have been a spicy one.
कोई बात नहीं, कल से सारे पोस्टर में जी का नाम होना चाहिए.
Sova, Yoru, Comp,
536 ACS भाई रिकॉर्ड तोड़ने वाला है आज. क्या मियां भाई फिर?
It's a
lower bracket run it is.
It's a non-word, but it's an interesting one. Sure. I like to see innovations here and there, but for now, not the most effective just yet. We'll keep our eyes onto this G.
G has played Astra on every single map.
Onto the attack they go.
1v5 कर रहा है Padman.
I mean, I gotta say it obviously, right? DFM need the pistol. That should be said. GE do like this A site.
जी तो पांचों लोग साथ में जा रहे हैं भाई. वो लोग को देखो, उन लोग एल्बो ले लिए तब तक ये लोग पांचों लोग साथ में जा रहे हैं. चढ़ने वाले दो लोग के ऊपर.
Potentially have a bit of a rapid flank, although the TP was taken from Yatska to better back up the normal TP approach.
मुझे सुनाएगा. Nice भाई.
Look at the position that G are holding on to as well. Pat instantly gunning down sets, hears the footsteps and calls it to the team.
अरे यार वो एक यात्सुका को मारने के लिए.
Yudotan's still alive, however, but now getting
पिस्टल से इतना गंदा एम कर रहे हैं ना.
Playing at such a long range of classic 2, tries to go from
क्या बात है, क्या बात है. 1 HP है क्रिस्टल, 1 HP.
Down to 1 HP.
Singular Harry Potter here needs to sling out some good magic to be able to find this one as Kaede gets off. And do you win that on 1 HP? You needed that round of DFM.
Why 1 HP में निकाल गया round?
It's a classic.
He got off the spike as well.
It's a classic. 1 HP against long-range ghosts.
Replay, please.
Bonkers.
राज भाई बोलोगे हारेगी इसके बाद भी बोलोगे हारेगी.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, we saw this one.
I mean,
that's ridiculous.
What a Red Bull
भाई काइडी सो गया.
Crystal.
काइडी सो गया भाई.
For DFM here, see what the Marshals are going to be able to do with the Sheriffs as well. Tags and trades. There's the first.
गायब.
But no trades to come out as he falters on the side into the
see the B window.
This is going to be a bit of a quicker one on the back of this utility if you want, but the Marshal makes you second guess a little here.
ऐसा लग रहा है वो वाली वीडियो देख रहा हूँ मैं. वो वाली 5 Radiants versus 5 Iron वाली.
They can really
ऐसी कोई वीडियो चल रही होगी.
DFM to slip up here.
Yeah, sticking together as a pack. The right call. It's tactical as well. Since Cess is the only one left on this A site. Slight bit of intel gathering here and there turns into a big firefight as well, and G will just have their way with things. It's up to map point now for the team.
Scoreline discrepancy was what we will be seeing between GE and DFM in map 1 of the
आज हम 5 Radiant को 5 Iron के सामने लड़ाएंगे.
Because we saw how great the start to kickoff was for DFM as well, right? Very impressed with the game against Gen G, although we've seen some falterings there.
इससे लंबे तो किसी मैच के हाइलाइट होते हैं भाई.
RRQ is always going to be a bit of a beast, but they had some showings on their defensive side of Haven in that series. Corrode, you probably want to forget about from the 10-2 half that was seen in the beginning from RRQ's just demolition on that attacking side.
There we go anyways. See if DFM are going to be able to have a little bit of depth in this map of Breeze.
If they watch back that previous round, it's going to give them a migraine.
Yeah, they'll be kicking themselves from the result there, but you probably have to rewind the
कितना
tape
किलो हुआ? 30 हुआ क्या?
series to pick up where you went wrong.
Just coming to a reset now. Find whatever you can get. Playing the long angles, trying to find shots here and there with Bulldogs. The Marshals coming through.
अरे रुको, अभी पैटमैन जिंदा है. जब तक पैटमैन नहीं मरता तब तक गेम नहीं हार सकते. अभी मर गया. अभी राउंड हार सकते हैं. Possible है.
A bit too ambitious from Patman there to try and force his way in with Shroud of Step and not expect that your opponents are also holding inside of the smokes. But as they all start to fade, so too the chances of GE in this round. 2 versus 4. You got the flank.
ये राउंड भी जी ने निकाल लिया ना भाई, तो फिर तो कोई नहीं रोक सकता.
Where he finds the space, he will try and hold it. And with 30 seconds to go now, shouldn't see a way in which GE are going to be able to break into this B site. That is the territory held by DFM with 3.
One enemy remaining.
And they will go peeking, of course. Waiting for the smokes to possibly go down now. They hear the orb getting picked up.
ले लो और भाई ले लो.
Not really any remaining moves left for Javi.
वो लोग की गोली सामने दिखते हुए बंदे को नहीं लग रही है, बिना देखे क्या लगेगी.
Here and there, but way too many targets on the other end. Another round out for DFM, but there's a lot to go.
एक मैप पर बन गया.
It is a massive mountain that you got to try and climb. You got to do it flawlessly. And if you're just playing percentages, as Global Esports, just wait for a big ult round, to be completely honest with you. Build them all up, then break them down. Talking about one of the sites around the map to absolutely overwhelm your opponents. If you want to just throw this map away for DFM as well, you can always reset from a massive scoreline difference. Losing the close ones generally feel a little bit harder.
खत्म. 30 kill. हो गया 30 kill.
The player advantage, the scan of 2 in towards mid. You feel incentivized as May that you'd need to find something here. Opting not to spray too early, rewarded for it.
Flash still might have gone through though, so G still looking for their opportunity into the A side. They actually trench on back. Comes in with the kills. Onto Cess and a comment. Information, just trying to hold on to the right angles.
GG, bhai.
Fans out wide, and GE swiftly dismisses of DFM on the first map pick on Breeze.
That's just a monstrous performance to come through from GE as a whole.
Game
and I
dikha
gotta say
diya.
for Patman too, right? There's no way that you can just say this map would have been as clean as without him. 32-5 at the end of this one. I'll say that again, folks. Patman has 32 kills.
भाई अमेरिका के टेक पॉज इससे लंबे होते हैं.
And it's absolutely ridiculous that that comes out. But it just goes to show you at the end of the day, sometimes Valorant can.
बच्चन दे रहा उसको.
क्या?
उडोतान और ऑटम को कुछ तो भर रहा था.
अरे बोल रहा था कि भाई तुम कुछ कर क्यों नहीं रहे थे?
भाई they are going for VCT main stage पे खेलना है उनको. 2 राउंड भी गाय को दिए.
वो भी है.
हाँ. 28 मिनट में गेम खत्म हो गया. मां खत्म. अच्छा है भाई. तो फिर आज क्या सीन है? आज खेलने वाले क्या हर्ष भाई?
Go for some of these all the smokes and everything, all the quick reactions to DFM's hits. It's just so incredible and so amazing that this whole map went by so quick.
2-0 bhai, khatam.
Very close to 30-something minutes, I think.
How long was
there's
this match?
a bit of a speed run happening here from GE, perhaps on the cards for today. But I don't want that. Like, I never want
good
quick Valorant. I want scrappy. I want fun. I want depth.
यार यहाँ तो 51 मिनट लिखा है पर इतना तो लंबा होगा नहीं.
Be begging a little bit more for DFM.
चालू कब हुआ था अपन को कैलकुलेट करना पड़ेगा. ये लोग का कैलकुलेशन थोड़ा अलग होता है.
What do you think of this?
I got Patman on my.
भाई 32-5 plus 27 516 ACS.
भाई हर्ष भाई मेरा लास्ट ट्विटर पोस्ट देखो, सबसे लास्ट वाला.
516 ACS.
नहीं मतलब लास्ट नहीं.
Funny because DFM was that team with May, but May was not performing up to snuff today. There were a lot of small moments where like, okay, that was not very May like.
एक साल
इससे नीचे
but this was an absolute.
अरे कहाँ गया भाई इससे नीचे
I mean, that was one of the most
30 मिनट खत्म
individual performances.
कौन को बुलाओ और भरो
2023 उसके बाद मैंने ट्विटर यूज करना बंद कर दिया
अभी करो ना अभी करो भाई
हाँ भाई करना है भाई
ये साला बॉन
7 साल पहले बनाया था जब मैंने स्ट्रीम स्टार्ट की थी पर मैंने आज तक कुछ डाला नहीं
आज नहीं मिलेगा बॉन आज इसका गेम बजाता मैं नहीं तो
And I think he's taking all of that energy and running with it in the server.
Yeah, the 500
स्ट्रीम करेंगे भाई
कौन थे
He's just
What's
keeping
Harsh
all
bhai,
of
would
the
you like
misses
to
well.
become a
He's
Twitter
so
gamer?
depends कितना
he is
देते हैं
so confident right now.
Oh, the Poman.
It just
What
feels
did
so
they
easy.
pay
He's
you?
keeping into every smoke. He's keeping
Audience
behind
अच्छा,
them,
audience
and then
अच्छा।
every 1v1 he has.
हर्ष भाई रात को अमेरिका से देखे कल
The other guy's not shooting back.
We stream for audience bro we don't stream for money
Pullman for president. 32 kills.
हर्ष
Unbelievable.
भाई
Now,
हर्ष भाई कल तुमने अमेरिका से देखा
let's just
नहीं
rewatch
बताया
some of
क्या
these
क्या हुआ है
Patman moments. Do you like
मैं ऐसे
Pullman?
पूछ
Are we
रहा था
keeping this name? Is this like?
Um,
You're giving me a look right
EG
now. You're like,
2-0 जीती है लेविएथन
Yeah.
2-0 जीती
It's like when,
अच्छा
you know,
क्रू की
yeah,
अभी भी
most
वही टीम है
Yeah, it's like when you're
हाँ अभी
like,
तक क्रू
not
की
so
नई
cool
टीम
out
मतलब
teams
मेन
trying
टीम
to
नहीं
like-
हाइड्रा
है
भाई आपको पता है
That's the vibe that I get.
क्रू की जो मेन टीम है ना
Hello, my fellow
पांचों
kids.
जनों के
I mean,
वीजाज मिले ही
Batman
मतलब
was
हुए ही
looking very
नहीं
useful in the server. So many
तो
multi
इसकी
जो हाईलाइट
अलग टीम
हाईलाइट 5 मिनट की बनेगी मैक्स टू मैक्स
मतलब पांचों जन अलग है
कौन सीसी है क्या नहीं वो सोशल मीडिया में
ऐसा
Nah, I'm not focusing on it. I'm not focusing on
लेकिन
that.
10 हाईएस्ट विन करे सिंगल हाफ
Post
ऑफ
man,
द
सारे
Post
सारे
man, I have indeed. Because
Yeah.
today, you know why
ऐसा है?
he's
कहाँ हो रही है
Because he delivered
He
on
always
time.
delivers.
delivered.
He always
He
delivers.
always
किधर है?
delivers.
मैच
I
किधर
mean,
हो रहा है?
this round was unreal. Like,
I
multiple
like the
players.
jump, yeah, the jump
That was a
back.
hell of a shot. Jesus Christ. He really just was in flow state here.
There's not much you can do really from the FM side. Yes, you
भाई
can say
नियॉन ने
just
मारा
don't
है
win,
कल
right? But if a guy is shooting like this, it just seems like
भाई
there
कल
was
नियॉन शूट किया बे
a little bit of a force field.
19-5 था नियॉन भी एक मैप पे
It was actually amazing. It wasn't, you know, just pure aim duels. There were a lot of moments where
19-5.
he understood timing, when to push
Yeah.
the ad.
Bro, that was the first time a player has gone 32-5 in regional play with no OT.
भाई आज बहुत रिकॉर्ड तोड़ दिए होंगे इसने क्या कह रहे हो
Bro, आज-
फुल
आज
सेंस के साथ भी इजी होगा
आज NRG 100 Thieves है G2 Cloud9 and Oxy is back.
ऑक्सी इज बैक
Yep. What do you think Klurge भाई G2 versus
G2 wins
Cloud9?
भाई ऑफ कोर्स Cloud9 अभी नहीं जीत पाएगी G2 wins this one G2 वो दिन
जीतने के
बहुत
chances तो है।
उस दिन बहुत चोक किया G2 ने आई मीन ऑफ कोर्स आज अच्छा मैच है आज बहुत अच्छा मैच है ये वाला 100 थीव्स एनर्जी अच्छा मैच है पता है क्योंकि 100 थीव्स ऐसा अलग सा ही फॉर्म पकड़ ली ना अब बट आई गेस एनर्जी स्लैप्स G2 स्लैप्स G2 एनर्जी स्लैप्स अगेन एनर्जी क्वालिफाइज फॉर मिडिल ब्रैकेट से क्योंकि एनर्जी को फुरिया के साथ खेलने मिलेगा मिडिल फाइनल और G2 फुरिया रीमैच होगा लोअर में भाई तो इसका मतलब डीमन 1 को एक ऑफिशियल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मिलेगा कोई भी टीम का
हाँ भाई मिलना
देखना।
चाहिए बट ब्रो वो है ना बहुत एंटरटेनिंग है टू वॉच टीम
है ना?
पता नहीं क्यों
भाई अभी और एक ही टीम में परफेक्ट फिट बैठता है हर्ष भाई देखा जाए तो एक ही टीम को वही रोल की जरूरत है
नहीं तो उसका वो प्लेयर आ रहा है ना
कौन
G2 का ना
कौन
G2 का प्लेयर नहीं आ रहा कोई
कौन?
वो लीफ नहीं आ रहा
अबे लीफ तो खेल रहा है
तो बेबी बे किसकी जगह पे?
जोनापी की
चले गया क्या
हाँ वही तो
क्यों?
बोल रहा हूँ जोनापी को निकाल दिया ना
ओह अच्छा तभी वो होस्ट कर रहा था
हाँ तो क्या उसको निकाल दिया कोई नहीं आ रहा है वो आ रहा एनवी के प्लेयर से केंजेरा वो नहीं तो अभी तो सोचो ना एक ही चेम्बर प्लेयर है जिसको अच्छा रिप्लेसमेंट जिसका डीमन 1 हो सकता है भाई G2 डीमन 1 बहुत G2 डीमन 1 हो गया ना जिस दिन भाई उस दिन मजा आ जाएगा
बराबर
हाँ भाई फिर बहुत ही डेंजर भाई जोगेमो डीमन 1 डुओ
joke, but go. Sorry, continue.
Every time, right? So if
तो भाई 516
for it to happen as well, right? You're already having a hard time. You really need your star duelist.
35 minutes.
Safely. This is why you're playing Jet. And now you're going into the veto, which, okay, yeah, it's already a little bit harder. And now you're not making it to the pillar either. So it kind of symbolizes and shows exactly what was happening during the match. Like,
Bro, please, क्या बोलते हैं? भाई साहब प्लीज करवा दो भाई G2D में मजा आ जाए सही है 1 मिनट में नया मैप चालू है
like on Haven people still started doing it so much
G2 वाले पैसे तो बचा ले पहले के पैसे कहाँ जा रहे हैं कौन सा प्लेयर G2 का ऐसा है जो पैसा चूसता होगा G2 से
by this happening all the time. We still
क्योंकि
see
जो
some
चूसता
players
होगा
playing
वो
Jet
तो
because of comfort, and Jing also had a really good performance on
चूस गया है पूरा अभी
on the Jet, so it's still feasible. You can play it.
इतने देर में अमेरिका का एक हाफ होता है वही तो बोल रहा हूँ अभी तक तो मैच चालू होता
overall I think there are potentially better options with some of the double smoker options if you're going for
भाई
double
The thing is,
आज पेपर X को रिग्रेट हो रहा होगा हर्ष भाई
Buzz was on a suicide mission into B, and to be honest, they were never interested in going B a lot of the
बैटमैन को
time.
क्यों
They were
जाने
almost
दिया
just sending Buzz in with Astra smokes and using him as a decoy while they contacted mid to A. Like they even knew this isn't going to work, but
आज बहुत ज़्यादा रिग्रेट हो रहा
होगा especially when you're playing against the Yoru,
even
right?
win or lose
so then
the match.
you're either going to wait out the TP, so you wait around to like 40 seconds, right? Or you're going to have that initial fake and you hope that the Yoru TPs to the other side and then you hit the weak side, right? So doing it that way makes sense, right? But doing it the way that DFM just did is not the way I think how to play against the Yoru and the Vito.
And
yeah, exactly. तो जैसे कि मैं आपको बताना चाह रहा हूँ
DFM. They opted to start attack, by the way. They chose this life.
We don't get to see enough rounds of their defense. Like the strong side for them.
क्या ये साइंस है?
It's so interesting. We were talking about this
भाई वो लोग
earlier.
बहुत पहले से डुओ करते हैं
We're
चमन.
so early in the season right now, and the meta hasn't been fully defined right now. But we're seeing these different playstyles come out. The choice of using the Waylay together with the Chamber or the Yoru, or using a solo Yoru, the way DFM does. But as we go into Pearl, now this is a map that historically DFM has played really well on.
G2 का टीम जो बिल्ड करता होगा ना वो बहुत ही भोंदू होगा अगर वो डीमन 1 को नहीं लेता है तो बेबी वे की जगह क्योंकि बेबी का घी खत्म है भाई बेबी वे देख लिया भाई वो बस चलता है तो चलता है थोड़ा बहुत मैं तो नहीं फ्रैग नहीं कर सकता जितना अच्छा फ्रैग डीमन 1 कर सकता है हर मैप
Yeah, the GE comp is also something that has been very much GE-like at the moment. We're going to be seeing Batman back onto the
on paper कौन बोल दिया भाई on paper एक Chinese copy better होगा Super Light
with how he's fragging right now, I can't imagine if they was doing
हर
that
मैप पे भी तो खेल रहा है हाँ ना
Waylay might be in for a treat right now.
Oh, absolutely. He's just going to double the kills. He's going to go in even faster. It's a really promising game for GE. So
let's see how
this plays out as we send it back to our casters, Quack and Komodo.
Exactly, वही तो बोल रहा हूँ लेव के कॉन्ट्रैक्ट इश्यूज के कारण ही G2 नहीं ले पाई डीमन 1 को मैं तो ले चुकी थी ऑलरेडी तो आई गेस वो सॉर्ट हो जाए तो फिर आ ही जाएगा
for GE against Paper X. This is their minds comp. They've just put it on Pearl. So I'm wondering right now, are we getting a very rare chamber in the
8 बार thrifty round 5 तो हमने कल के मैच में देख लिए थे भाई कल कौन किसका मैच था वो FS वर्सेस नॉन्गशिम का 5 thrifty round तो कल वही मैच में
भाई साहब we've got just Teo emergence. Do we right now have Yudotan as a veto merchant?
Hopefully not. I don't think. I believe Yudotan is flexible enough to play other things, but right now just going on the offensive.
Starting
off on the defensive side as well. GE.
रीलोड कर रहा है मां कसम इतने वल्नरेबल एंगल पे रीलोड कर रहा है
as the chokehold is popped over at the B side, the rest of the utility as well just zapping away as the clone was sent in. Autumn on that call took his gate.
हर जगह बस गोले लगा के चालू हो जाता है.
Would very much like to find some good timing against Autumn right now, and I don't think he's going to find it. Immediate decapitation.
As GE will hold player advantage. Space in B. Space up. Forward of A for Harvey. Rotations for Patman as well if needed. Expecting
भाई उड़ान का एक kill important है उसको double swing आने वाला है.
Yeah, you're not seeing anything towards A main or B, so you're quite clear that these guys might be taking time to re-clear middle. GE is quite aware of this because Yudotan is prepared. Unfortunately, goes down to Akami's pistol.
He was very committed there. No bailout strategy, so he's done well to find one. And you got to remember, Javi has pushed all the way through A main. Now Patman spots out where Kaide is. You don't need to get too big for your boots here, as well as GE. You've got a player advantage. You got this flank. They can come on through.
one trick veto है क्या? हाँ, one trick veto कर रहा है VCT में. उसने VCT में decide किया कि मेरे को one trick करना है. Shot. 1v2 है, 1v2 है, आराम से kill.
At the right time as well, though. Akami now trying to stick the spike down. Meanwhile, GE just looking for the angles. Let's get Autumn involved in this fight as well. Popless right off the top. Close range though, so Akami still has a chance, but sooner rather than later, maybe running out of ammo, does have the chance to reload.
Nice.
Still though, unfortunate circumstances. Javi managed to get one through his dome.
Yeah, it gets close at the end. A very workable scenario for Akami to try and piece that one together. GE gifting him a couple of 1v1s in the mix. Doesn't get the job done, so we continue where we left off for Global Esports on the last map. Good ideas to begin on this map as well, right? I really have a feeling that the game plan from Global Esports is to always on the defensive side push.
Wow, Autumn एकदम वो जा रहा था fight लेने.
Space in one side of the map or in middle, and then adjust because of this double TP comp that they are running. It gives them such flexibility to almost be everywhere all at once when they need, give or take like a 4-second, 5-second window for some running, which is massive.
Doing it again. Towards A main.
मुंह पे रिवील हुआ उसके.
He does find one through the smokes.
Oh, playing weak side at the moment, but he can get hungry for the kills as well with the TP to get out. Do like the GE push A main as well. You recognize that it's just up against the pistols at the moment. As long as you recognize where the gaps are in your own defenses, you should be all good. That's why you can see some rotations from Crystal over towards back of spawn. Just make sure that there's no water pushes to come out. Autumn looked for a flank for a couple of seconds, so they are picking up what gaps could be coming into play. I wonder if DFM are going to get another situation where they can try and bully their way in here, get a plan.
Sheriff है यहाँ पे.
It'll be difficult though, you'd assume.
Yeah, Patman already quite aware, so does confirm at least just a little trickle of information. Same time though, got Yudo, got Crystal right around the corner.
So they do get the plant. Sharpie from Pat.
We'll give him that. G still feeling comfortable enough to go in for the big challenge on the duels. There they all go down.
Let's go, bhai.
Flawless round to come out from Global Esports in our wait for the bonus, essentially, after the pistol round does narrowly go their way in the end.
Flawless.
DFM, time to showcase what you have prepared for us on this map. You decided to pick Pearl into this veto.
Yeah, they did take that previous one against Genji as well, but that was a Genji that wasn't familiar.
13-10 at the end of the day in that series, though, from DFM. Right? Challenged a little bit. Take to watch to figure out how things go. It was the attacking side that they started off with the pistol. The slight little giddy up from Genji, if you remember, but they did lose the half. So we'll have to wait and see on their weaker side of Valorant at the moment, this attacking side, into a 3-stacker.
Oh, completely pushed forward. GE wants to prevent them from breaking through, but unfortunately 2 players will go down. Autumn with this outlaw.
4 लोग लड़ रहे हैं. उसके बीच में भी वो swing लेने जा रहा है.
Spotted here. I think Crystal was too, perhaps, but it's the good settle from DFM.
25+. मुझे तो लगता है 20+ रहेगा ये मैप भी.
You'll feel safe as Yudo-tan that you wouldn't get flanked. So that's a duel that was very needed for Kaide. Should be an easy close here for DFM.
तो अभी ये सेस का लेना पड़ेगा ट्रेड बोल रहा हूँ. सेस को डाउन करना पड़ेगा. 10 HP है वो. अबे और यात्सुका भी 1 shot है यार.
We'll see if Autumn's outlaw could do anything.
Yeah, it Finish off Yatsuka.
Yatsuka one shot hai bhai.
Can you play a little bit of bait and switch and draw the aggro away from Crystal, perhaps, to get on in?
Maybe waiting for a haunt. DFM though elect to hang all the way back towards main.
To play from there as well when you've got some recon availabilities from Akame. You got the nanos that are going to chip them down. You got the Gravity well as well. So you just got a lot of win cons here for DFM.
Positions from Yatsuka, clearing all the way out back. So quite comfortable to just look towards the spike itself. DFM listening for the tap, waiting out the utilities, taking off the recon, instant trades, instant kills coming through from Kaide.
There's no reason that you should be losing those situations for DFM in that bonus round when you do get the advantages and settle on down. This composition can definitely lead into some post-plant strength, which we do need to see from DFM as well, but that is going to be provided they gain advantages into these sites. They set themselves up for the post-plants, because if GE are going to give them a lot of challenges in the early game, are they going to lose a couple of these players that do make it more difficult to try and find closing?
Good bonus, right?
Very close to a couple of big ults for DFM too. Hunter's Fury, lockdown. Pushing towards the B side, elevation for Javi. Drone's going to ping him, so that should be the freebie ult orb if they want it. Just do due diligence, clear all your corners first.
मतलब आराम से भी खेल सकते हैं साथ में.
Get that lockdown available perhaps and get the Hunter's Fury off the plant.
Or just kind of waltz on through and really
don't care about the orb, sure.
Wow.
It's fine.
Maybe they're handing it over.
We flank नहीं आ रहा है, बस एमन पुश किए थे.
Hunter's Fury to play post in this
5 versus 5. CTC retake क्यों कर रहे हैं?
GE going to be coming from the spawn side.
Nice convergent paths, possibly set things up. Hunter's Fury deployed. A little bit early. Convergent pass clear out halls. We'll see where the light speed lands. Unfortunately, 2 Patman's death, but that will be the goal light for everyone else from GE. Now executing on this site. The trades coming through from Yatsuka. But there goes Autumn as well. Yatsuka still alive. Gets on
देखा क्रिस्टल ने उसको.
1v1. Autumn trying to dance around and he gets the kill at the end.
Very, very narrowly though, however. I think that was a bit of a misplay.
देख लिया था क्रिस्टल ने उसको.
Something from Crystal there. 2 versus 1. You do see from the spotto from Autumn how close Yatsuka actually was there. You go for the tap. It looks like the call was to go for the half defuse and a protection, but Autumn was also caught in a bit of a transition that he doesn't have the right
angle. आएगा ही नहीं ना. स्विंग करने आएगा ही नहीं. ऐसे बैठा क्रिस्टल वहाँ पे.
Chip damage from the Hunter's Fury as well, doing a little bit here to assist for the squad, but at the end of the day, Valorant is played on winning rounds. And DFM are sorely missing them currently.
Even though they are so close, it's unfortunate. At least the ults have come online.
Some of them, yeah. But how much favor do you put in the lockdown perhaps being the be-all and end-all to gain you entry towards one of the sites in Yatsuka? Similarly, do the same with the Dimensional Drift. It is a lesser buy for DFM in this scenario, which,
पे भी 3 गार्डियन है.
You know, cleanly sets
3 गार्डियन पे खेल
a bit
रहे
of
हैं.
padding on their own econ as well.
वो भी 125 HP पे 4 player.
To have a great
इसलिए यात्सुका ने वहाँ पे आउटलॉ बाय करी है.
Cause some worry
देखो
for DFM.
मियां भाई ने भी देखो
last map.
Vandal ली है बस.
Come away with a thrifty-esque round here as DFM. Maybe be able to come out with a good attacking performance that we've not seen yet.
Hoping for at least Yatsuka. Just eager to find a shot with this outlaw. Patman still sticking around. Oh no! Crosshair placement slightly thrown off.
It's just going to be go time for DFM
से घुस गए भाई उतने में यार.
As well, then all the arc pressure already
3v5 हो जाएगा Patman मरा तो.
Which means it's a really sticky situation for GE. At least getting the planter down. But at the cost of Patman's life. Still have the Drift and Cosmic Divide available. Everyone else arriving soon enough up towards Flowers. They begin to push up. Lockdown though. Do you go in deeper? May prevents that from happening with the off angle. Slides on off. And it's going to be Yatsuka landing down the final shot.
उसके आउटलॉ पे सब लोग घुस गए भाई. 125 HP पे 4 लोग. और फिर भी आउटलॉ पे घुस गए वे.
The classics, but the outlaw is doing a lot of the great damage onto the quite a shield equipped GE members there. Some regens in there and some 25ers that the outlaw does flourish against. Sharpies from May as well. Effort by a committee for the team of DFM to get the job done there.
इसने भी साला सोचा होगा कि ये लोग 125 HP में खेल रहे होंगे.
GE, well, now you got nada. Now you got to play for the full
saved.
Time to jump.
Raymond push for
pilots this round.
और round 3 लोग एमएन जा रहे हैं.
Towards middle now.
अभी तक तो DFM को रीड आ गई होगी.
Again, no way to get out of a sticky situation as
flash out जाएंगे.
Let me progressing up through A main with 3.
That could be the go signal for DFM to push down Art. No, hanging back. Looking to take the fight against the classics.
Oh, Crystal has just been ditched by his teammate.
Oh,
Two of them, in fact, or rather maybe put himself a bit too far forward. A bit of miscomm. Hopefully we do see that patched up a little bit later on buys. Autumn does well to get a trade there.
Mia bhai bhi 1
There's
HP
an
hai.
opportunity for Yudotan to get a freebie on a Yatsuka. This is where things could get a little bit wonky, my friend. Oh, okay.
Arre bhai.
Gets it at the end, but Akame is still able to take down Autumn
now.
now.
Ye kyun aim जा रहा है वापस?
With the outlaw that Yudotan just picked up, what can he do?
Oh, if he hung around for another split second, he would have had that line with the way that DFM peek around the corner.
Ooh.
Yeah, the expectation.
Miscommunication हुआ होगा.
End up for DFM.
इसलिए शायद Crystal वहाँ रह
गया.
Crystal fight commit करनी थी.
Do look towards what they previously did. They were a heavier B-side team on the attack. They had 5 over there compared to 3 at B.
यार मियाँ 1 HP है मियाँ भाई. भाई मैं कभी ऐसा ही है, वो चलता है तो बहुत अच्छा चलता है. नहीं तो मैं एकदम खराब खेलता है.
Kind of want to play things, planning towards the back end.
Round ही नहीं निकलते.
Gone through.
Honestly, this one you're just planning not to lose any more rifles as DFM really solidify some of that economy. Try and string together buys on buys and afford to have a couple of losses here and there because DFM are going to have to really challenge on this map if they want to try and win anything flawless on the attacking side.
Ooh, gun mili.
I know it would be a bad idea to just hold this gun for Harvey on towards the next round, but again, see what damage he's be able to do.
Playing safe for now, up around the spike. The movements, barrels spotted.
Yeah, and that's it. Not going to see anyone peel away, hold on to that gun as Harvey into the next round where you get a couple of ults to play in with for GE as well. Maybe with the overdrive where needed if we do want to get a little bit jumpy in the server. Equal scoreline, 3-3. Is this going to be a turning point for DFM to really see what they're made of in the server today against Global Esports? Otherwise, risk dropping down into an elimination run in the lower bracket.
क्या बात है पहली बार आया अभी अच्छा बात.
Just fake. Wait for it. They flash out. Guys, it's neon ulti. Will be split A, fast split A. Should be fast split A.
Can you follow him? Chill, guys.
No, I'm so far.
Chill. I'm holding.
It's a good read though.
I can see no one be main.
Crystal.
Oh, I see one be main.
For the moment in time it was, but now you got a bit of this mid-doors pressure from DFM as Autumn removes Cess from the equation and Patman does well to not overplay his hand.
Cess का तो generational खराब game चल रहा है.
How they really calm their nerves down after the initial contact. Just long enough to find the shot. Now extra information off of it. Now you can definitely confirm it's going to be a split A. So Pat just waiting to strike while the iron is hot. Down goes a couple players from DFM, but Kaide and Mei able to answer back. At what cost though? Their health incredibly low.
Yeah.
Susceptible to wall bangs and also open line to sight.
And now you just need to not play this round essentially as Crystal from here on out. Wait for your team to come. Don't give Mei an opportunity for the 1 versus 3. He's going to try and do it with the time that he's got in his hands. There's the first. There's the second. This is why I say you have to play 3 versus 1s as a 3 versus 1, because this is what can happen. Crystal will now meet with Mei at this B site, but will he get here earlier than Mei thinks?
That's what it comes down to. Mei relabeled, of course. He just pops overdrive. Continues to check the angle. Tough shot for Crystal to find. He's got to be so careful.
Do you think that Mei has relocated into the link though, Crystal, here?
Suspects it.
Or does he? Clearing holes. Gotta look long. Overdrive expired. Vandal in hand. Not planted for Mei, but it's an angle that he can swing out and spot.
He's gonna go for it. Crystal's onto it.
No,
oh, it's just
क्या गंदा फाइट ली है.
clutch.
क्या गंदा फाइट ली है भाई.
That is exactly why, my friends, you have to play very careful in this game and not give players clutch moments, not slip up in important pivotal situations. May has dug extremely deep. I would say May is playing like the May of old, the May we come to expect. We haven't seen that too much from him so far.
भाई उधर जावी ने हगा उसके ऊपर.
That's going to be a kick up the butt for GE. You would assume the timeout will come around the corner. May getting away with that round. Is it DFM's timeout though?
बेचारा क्या ही expect करेगा क्रिस्टल भी.
No, it is GE's. They slipped up in that round, but May did amazing.
1v3 निकाल के गया भाई.
Wow, I see what you did there.
And that was not intended.
Nice one, Komodo. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's a ferocious 2K that he earned right off the back of it. So definite timeout being called right now. I mean, you know, you kind of mentioned them wanting to play off the aggressive TPs and stuff that they can do, but
yeah,
right now that's getting slipped all the way across.
I mean, there's a slip up in that A side as well. Pehli baar Yudotan, right? Where
क्या बोलते हैं?
a little bit deeper towards the stairs, very
पहली
committed
बार.
with no way to get out of there. Crossfire would feel a little bit impossible as well because you don't have a smoke going down to the stairs, right? Patman has to watch over towards the art play, and Yudotan has to watch over towards main. Just finds the wrong timing and the wrong spray. A little bit frazzled when May is jumping around with Ko coming down at the art lane. So, a bit unlucky for GE there. Reset to the pistols now as DFM, as I said, if they can do really well on this attacking side, they should set themselves up for a good close on this map, given defensive history.
Trying to lead for now. Trying to set on even more, but there goes GE. Just pistol trains all the way up mid.
Steal a gun from Autumn. So we'll see what he wants to do with the Vandal. If he is going to be the one to hold it, there's going to be a question mark in the server to see if you want to consider dropping an ult here for GE as well. If they get another kill, absolutely.
Oh no, but Yasuka just mows them all down. Yudotan, a slight trade right at the end of it. Still though, Makeup's cracking through. Just Autumn and already revealed by the decoy.
तो 1v1 भी नहीं दिया.
Slow him down with a relay main.
तो 1v4
Akami holds the angle.
भाई एक 1v4 दिया भाई.
Possibility, good push from Yasuka.
नाचा ना bro. अब तो Akame नाच दिया.
Easy as you like it, spotted like flies. Now the guns will be back for GE.
भाई इन लोग को ना बी में नहीं पुश करना चाहिए था भाई. वहाँ पे वो सेस खेल रहा था. सेस भाई का खाता ही नहीं खुल रहा है भाई. उसको भरना चाहिए था.
Yet again, you'll take the half. You'll look to go further.
Jesus.
Did see an operator being brought out for GE as well. Doesn't feel like they've really acquired it thus far, but economy does permit it now. Yudotan to pick that up and hold the B site by himself.
Nice shot.
By committee over at the A site. Patman finds the kill, courtesy of the supporting of Crystal. The backup of Autumn as well. Again, GE love to lean these 4-1s, 1-1-3s to the initial get-goes.
Oh, DFM sees a slight gap into its middle. Comes back in to re-clear. Yudotan whipping the shot, so unfortunately it's back off the line. But GE will continue to push out a
Oh, jump करके मारा है.
Bolt as well comes in. May thinks to go for the chase because Kaide has managed to sneak up around the back. Barrel's been spotted. The first player goes down. Javi has to shoot himself out, but cannot do it, which leaves the A site open and ripe for the taking.
Yudotan missing that op shot is really problematic because the timing was found by DFM to get that flank, and there was just zero ways for GE.
भाई वो अवेयर बिल्कुल नहीं थे.
Towards Art. There's no
किसने वहाँ पे ऑप शॉट मिस किया तो वॉकअप कर सकते हैं उसको.
Coming from main as well. You're just so vulnerable in that situation. Yudotan even popped the evolution here to get that health up that he did lose, so you no longer have access to that going into the next couple rounds.
ठीक है. Attack sided map है.
I mentioned that that was an important one for DFM to weather through. They have firmly found themselves in the driver's seat right now in terms of economy and rounds and future trajectory as well. Buys on buys.
A lot of padding, and if all things go right for
tension दे रहे हैं अभी लोग.
first half,
अभी ये लोग धीरे-धीरे tension दे रहे हैं.
Actually be looking pretty comfortable.
Yudotan will hold on to the operator for the next round. What do the choices look like for GE?
sometimes you want to combo a couple of these ultis off the rip as well, see what you're going to be able to do. You want to try and deploy the convergent paths perhaps in the get-go, slow your opponents. There's not going to be really a way that DFM can get out of that if you are caught. And I kind of lick my lips if they did decide to deploy it over towards A main at the moment, but it's going to be more of a mid-deployment for Global Esports.
It's just going to be a lot of noise. Maybe retake protocols for this one.
Has to be an automatic TP over towards Secret. Unexpected by May. Hunter's Fury starting to rail on in by Akame as well. Looking to find some chipper damage. The flash hit is gorgeous. The trades need to start to come out. This is where it gets a little bit upside down for DFM.
It's going to be a flash from G-Evo. That's exactly where Patman will strike. Two down in the ground alongside Autumn at the end.
Well, that's striking where the iron is hot, but not for DFM who were hot. That one's feeling a little bit heavy. GE at the right spot at the right time.
अगर मेरे टीममेट ऐसा शूट करते ना तो होता करते हैं मतलब करते हैं
Not even at the cost of any ults from Global as well.
Bro, उसने डबल फ्लैश दिया दोनों
नहीं पहला वाला फ्लैश किया उस पे वो लोग निकले फिर अगले वाले फ्लैश में पैटमैन निकला
going to be sharp on the aim. Everyone thinking that Varel were going to be able to out aim them. People thinking that DFM are going to be able to out aim them. They are thriving
अब टेंशन
in a
देंगे
couple of these moments. DFM showing more in this map already as well.
Autumn को देखो कैसे प्लेयर पे खेल रहा है.
Maintain a lead on the exchange of the halves. So Autumn to be tested over at B. A marathon for the team to help him.
Autumn का TP का टाइम कितना है?
Such deep line to take. It's going to take quite a while. The rest of the team still trying to piece together what is happening across the map, but there goes the exchange, and instantly DFM wants blood. They want to get that spike down.
लोगों को साइड मिल गया पर refund में. Patman पर पिस्टल दोनों पे अल्ट है.
Health and audio.
उनके पास कोई भी काउंटर नहीं है.
Has to be an angle you'd assume to drop them together here. There's the first and the second.
Oh, good ult, so much. The C's and everything connecting too.
Close बैठे यार दो लोग stunned close बैठे थे.
Speed, but just playing around the end of the Cosmic Divide. That's exactly where DFM plants their feet down. Just Patman left, and down he goes. The final domino fall.
Yeah, the right weapons for the right position as well. Doesn't matter if you're slowed, hugging the Cosmic Divide, shorties that close range, get that first shot out. And a little crossfire of the Nebula as well should be good.
भाई वो लोग फाइट लेने गए तो उधर सामने खड़ा था ना सेस वो स्टन नहीं था.
In my opinion, no way that both of those ults are getting all four members of DFM. You gotta hold your angles together properly. 3 versus 1, you don't drop that too. 7-4, last round of the half now. There will be buys for everyone in another extremity fight. Interceptor scares you away for now. GE hold the A main space immediately. DFM alter. Go to take mid.
I've got a really good idea of G's intentions, so play spread thin somewhat for now.
अभी जी पे ऑफ नहीं आई ना.
Yatska's able to get a bit further in towards Art here. Pop the chokehold. Draw some eyes for Global over there. He's got the operator, so Patman does need to be careful as Autumn drifting for himself. Spots out some little information around.
Not enough though.
Swing मत कर जाना Patman.
Chokehold on the floor. You're going to try and bait this one as Kaede. Draw Patman to peek straight into the crosshairs of this operator.
Meanwhile, May still continuing to check around A main as well. Time is slowly
करने का ही नहीं है swing. अच्छा cross है, अच्छा angle है भाई.
Oh, the timing on that one is very atrocious and unlucky.
Well, it's going to end in an A split. G calls it too clearly. Yudotan tries to track on it. He does. Goes in with light speed. It's a bait and switch tactic.
Good one.
Gets fallen. 30 seconds left. Akame comes back through. Manages to pick up the spike. They go in. They get the sight. Shorty's a hand. And they're looking to hunt down remaining G players. But here comes Javi and Autumn from Flowers.
2 versus 1.
It's all lined up perfectly. 10 seconds left as well.
Yeah, baited.
10 seconds.
Just got to listen out for it. Slowly trying to creep on through. And it's just perfect enough for Autumn to find the headshot.
Good enough.
Yeah, a couple of moments that could have turned it in towards their favor. The operator of Yatska getting betrayed a little bit there. Nice ideas from Patman to dash in towards main. You've got some aggro being drawn, and the secret play where the shorties take their pot shots, but you're not expecting Harvey to be at the flowers line. 2 versus 1 as well at the end there. Played nicely by GE. Going together no matter plant or fake. That round certainly could have been either teams at either moment. But I will have to say, 7-5 for DFM. If they're able to pick up the pistol on their defensive side right now and get a good start, we may very well see map 3 split.
That's still a sizable if, though. Pistols so far have not gone their way.
अच्छे रन पे आ गई है वीटो मेटा लेके हाँ ना भाई वीटो मेटा ले आई जी अपने लिए ही काम करेगा अपना ही है अपने लिए ही काम करता है
that you wanted to play against GE on a stage interview previously.
ये map पे attack ज़्यादा better रहेगा ना
after map 1. I don't think it would have been
attack पे ज़्यादा rounds
निकले.
I think it's attacker side.
I don't know, man.
But right now,
आपका ढूंढ क्या कर रहा है?
Off the class that he got from before, yeah.
You honestly don't know, bro?
Pretty good. I'm wondering how G might look to play on the attack
Pearl
side,
is very less played. Pearl is very less played on.
We mentioned the TPs from before, but this one really calls to mind whatever happened on Bind against Paper X, right?
Yeah, I mean, when you've got this Waylay Yoru, if you're angling for a bit of a B-side play, you know that Halls is going to be tempted by the Waylay or the Yoru. 99 out of 100 times, right? Generally, they're going to try and dive in towards there with some sort of slow flash combos, some altercation there. So are you playing that for the expected traps?
एक एजेंट से पूरा गेम बदल दिया था.
There's a couple of options that they just have to be aware of. The Sentinel utility is going to be over there for the beginning.
Bro, ये क्या रिकॉर्ड है भाई?
It's going to be the weaker side of B that the footsteps will already be heard.
एक सीजन में मैक्सिमम 3 बार ही जीते हैं.
If you are DFM currently to back this one up, it's all 5 for GE invested to this B side.
Yeah, if there's anyone who can run, it would be May, but he's got a shorty right now. So straight on through, GE just strolls into the site. Yaska trying to hold off that.
साथ में
Just get a couple good dinks. Still though, Yudotan out for the exchange. Right now, as the skirmish settles, Spike gets planted.
May has to just try to jump on in here with this shorty and be a little bit of a bait for the team.
Oh, that's going to be so risky as well. He does have the relay though. Oh, manages to do it. Cess to add for cover off the top. Unbelievable
भाई ये लोग तो जी वालों ने खुद ने फाइट दी है खुद ही ओपन होके फाइट दी है सारी
in that situation though the Waylay the Yoru are going to try and get into the back. You just play that one as best as possible. You buy time for your team to get the rotations over. You find a kill, you find some extra damage there with that ghost against Patman.
I guess it's hard to win on foil.
Generally these B-side takes for a comp like this are going to look a little bit more one-dimensional for GE. I definitely feel like they're going to have to play a little bit more of the playbook for the splits coming out into this B site.
कितना प्यारा लिया था ये भाई अगर कोई बैक साइड खड़ा है ना
Yatska was expecting.
वो योरू टीपी पे हमेशा ही मरता है योरू.
Pistol rounds to DFM. Extend out their lead, looking for a good start. Don't really want to see too much of a force up from Global Esports here with that plant down, though they are going to grab something. Marshall for Yudotan. Into the scope of Yatska. And well, Yudotan is just going to be taking it.
Anybody want to have another go? You can still pick that up, Pat?
Make sure it's not a bit of a poison chalice, though. If that Marshall is drawing attention so much that you hold it, you die. We'll see. Round should always be DFMs in this sort of situation, anywho.
Yeah, it's just going to be a slight stalemate there. Meanwhile, the rest of the map, DFM not really poking around too much. They're very comfortable with their setup.
Yeah,
let's make qualification prediction. Oh my god. RRQ, Paper X,
be superior for Yatska as well.
और एक surprise करेगी जो team वो.
Doesn't connect on the shots. It does draw a bit of a rotate from DFM towards the B side, but not too much that you need to completely vacate.
भाई इसके पहले जी ने Pearl खेला आज में कभी?
Almost. They do have the 1 star. Enough for Cess to just go off peeking. 2 headshots quickly collected
upon. Chat खेला जी ने इसके पहले Pearl.
Still though, maybe a plant. Kaide says no. Just Pat with Marshall. Poison chalice or not.
Doesn't really matter, the rest of the team's gone. You weren't juggling this for everyone to hold it to die. If he gets another kill in the round though, for the Global Esports side, could be okay. 10 seconds to go, he will need to meet his demise.
Kame to seal fate on
Last
that
year,
one.
ये साल नहीं खेला ना एक
DFM
बार।
by around the corner for
भाई
Global
तो जी
Esports
ने
to
ये
get
साल ये
onto
मैप
the
नहीं खेला है और ये
attacking
DFM
side.
का
You're
मैप
asking
है।
how it's going to potentially look for them as
तो
well.
क्या जी ट्राई कर रही
Are
है
we
ये
getting a
मैप?
little bit more pacey to gain control
क्योंकि
around the map? Are we
क्योंकि
looking to
split तो
really
तुमने
take
देखा
these
जी
fights
का।
against DFM? You see the outlaw here.
तो उन लोग शायद कॉन्फिडेंट हो कि स्प्लिट तो निकाल ही लेंगे। तो दूसरे अच्छे मैप्स बैन कर दिए, जैसे बाइंड वगैरह बैन कर दिए जिसमें DFM अच्छा खेलती है।
There's gonna be a bit of workability here in this round for DFM.
Still a chance to possibly convert the bonus, especially with all the attention brought towards main. Stars placed down. Grab ball does pop off, but
ऐसे साथ में अच्छे से फाइट लेंगे ना भाई।
the one to land first
तो
shot.
यही मैप
Yep,
में
and we're
खत्म
just
कर
dumping
देंगे।
an arsenal of abilities over at A as well for the retreat game. As GE come out on top, player advantage, all healthy across the board as well.
Split में गया गेम तो GE
very
जीती
valuable
जाएगी।
in those early fights as well, removing the likes of Yatska's flashes and Maze relay bolt, for example, always going to be quite good. Silence looms in the server. Cess is going to sink soon, you'd assume.
ठीक है 6-9।
Down he goes. B side open as well. Kaede immediately into reposition. But can he really hold it off against this incoming onslaught?
Yeah, a little bit late for the rest of the GE team to go and assist Autumn to get in here. The Bulldog starts to spray on down. Harvey takes off May. And it's Akame who was the one that was nil equipped into this round.
Managed to find Phantom now. Tries to flick across. So far, so good. We still got a little bit more to go. Out with the utility. Positions found. A single bullet is all he needs, but same can be said for Pat. Just a little bit of time. There's at the back a link. But at that point, unfortunately, not quite checking out towards the pillar.
Maybe we should have given Akame one of those guns to start off with the round. He's shooting like that. Every angle that he's winning it, really trying to style on his opponents inside the server as well as, well, we know on outside the server. But falls over the second left foot at the end there to Patman.
I was thinking about
तो फ्लैश टीपी करके पूरा ही कमिट कर जाओ फाइट मार कसम।
Those sort of angles.
ऐसा स्लो जाओगे तो एंगल मिल जाता है हम लोग मारने के लिए।
You get the job done. Bonus round though aside, great damage for DFM. Impacts GE for sure.
Wow. Just going to go back into it again, but this time with an Odin thrown into the equation. Continue to hold.
That's one way to remove an evolved Vito.
Still though, a little bit of utility spent.
GE not able to pass go. Could try and angle for a way to get Crystal the Nightfall and try to maximize chances in that sort of situation. Love a good old bait and switch in Art as well with May to play on the line. Kaede to peek out afterwards, see how it fares.
More than capable player. More than capable duo! And completely tearing apart the entire GE squad. Just Autumn left, who did have the scouting abilities before, but now shuts down to the Odin.
Going to be an eco around the corner for GE and a time that we might need to see the coaching staff intervene. DFM, yeah, well, there you go. Exactly the right moment in time. DFM, they set themselves up very handsomely to be able to pick up this map here. The next buy round is going to be very crucial. To get through that, should be a shoo-in for that third map in this series.
Timeout.
It's pretty crazy to think though that this was G's map pick.
No, this is DFM's.
Oh, DFM, excuse me. Well, G starting off on defense, but wow. Oh my god, I got that completely wrong.
Still though, I always love looking at these coach cams as well and seeing how vocal you're going to get and who on the server themselves is going to be talking and trying to figure things out as well, right? DFM of old, you did have last year a lot more player involvement as opposed to the coach from what we see being able to speak. You know, it's going to be a bit of a new look for them though. Vors having ideas with the squad, being brought up into this team with Kaede, with Yatska.
Early days for a lot of teams in Pacific in this kickoff.
A lot of involvement of coaches as well. We'll see how GE recovers, if anything. Pistol round for now, though. For an eco.
Dotsameyer's crossed some T's in these sort of situations as DFM. Don't overthink it. Zap away all the utility. You've got the double deployment though to watch for him as well. Immediately removed.
Jao, ek shot jao. Ace, ace, ace.
Completely setting everything up. Just as soon as G strolls through.
Yep, just having the right pieces on the board that you need. As soon as you see all the utility gone, it's just the immediate pull away from R. Pick up that spot as well. No way that GE are getting through cleanly. Just trying to galley through. It's not even a, you know, double pistol.
जब तक थोड़ा explosive नहीं दिखाते मजा नहीं आता बेचारे दिखने में.
Shut down immediately by DFM. There's the 11. Here's the buy for GE. I'm very keen to see what they have to say in this very important round.
Shit, मेरी बारी आ गई. I'm going in.
Well, trying to get a little bit of the slower style up in here, unfortunately for Crystal.
Oh,
and for Autumn,
I'm dead.
The bow and arrow man is going to get the job done. And that might seal the deal.
यार, Autumn Australia से वो अच्छी English बोलेगा.
Low HP as well.
वो I'm dead नहीं बोलेगा.
The coffers empty. It's going to be difficult for a minute and 10 to try and hold these guns and also to just try and find a slip up of spots from DFM. It should really be 12.
What a key ultimate from
Akame. करने वाले थे यार ये बाहर चला गया ना gas सुबह.
Unfortunately, this time Lightning does strike twice out towards middle. GE looking for other.
Slow game में मजा नहीं आ रहा है हर्ष भाई.
A little bit too late.
Oh, the doors are shut at the moment. It's past midnight.
Slow game में मजा नहीं आ रहा. Explosive game में मजा आ रहा.
Depending on where you are in the world, of course. Patman gonna be swimming with the fishies if he goes through here.
भाई कभी सुधरोगे जिंदगी में क्या? बस यही सब बोलते रहोगे खाने के बारे में.
The final two is just trying to strut across the open stairs.
तुम्हारे वजह से क्योंकि तुम हो.
Hold separate angles now, but
तुम इतना बड़ा ये हो भाई.
To get on through.
बुरी नजर हो.
Akame's still a shock dart and everything as
भाई तो
well.
decide करते हैं VCT में कि कौन सी team.
I wonder how you.
हाँ, exactly.
We've seen some shockers before.
Don't reveal that.
Zeta G, I don't know about this time.
अगर जी हारी आज का मैच तो समझ जाना हर्ष भाई का दिल के अंदर क्या चलता है.
लास्ट मैच इतना अच्छा खेला कि हर्ष भाई ने ये मैच के लिए कोचिंग नहीं की जी की.
Dancing in the server.
Outside as
DR5 market is
12 found for DFM, 6 manic points to try and put this away and put GE in the bin where they just put you in it last map.
भाई अभी स्प्लिट में ये बगने वाली है ना.
Everybody else on the team can also join in on the festivities. I thought only the one with the skin could.
पेपर एक्स को रुला दिया था स्प्लिट में. क्या है? DFM तो क्या है?
Heard it called cartoon shooter before. I mean.
Oh right. Culture shock. No, I'm kidding.
ये लोग को जल्दी.
We love
hey,
it.
we're watching. We're watching.
Show us more, Akame.
We might be watching you guys push us into a third map in split right now. Unless GE have 6 occurrences of a comeback.
कर लो bro, नाच गाना सारा कर लो.
Well,
next map में ना.
No matter which way you slice it.
रोगे. और मैच खत्म होने के बाद ना और रोगे.
Last ditch attempt down into B. Very clear and true. May already positioned out towards back halls alongside his teammates, but Crystal,
we're not
sniped down one.
We're not clearing corners, guys. Why are we not clearing corners?
Komodo is so upset.
Facts.
The lockdown does go through though.
क्यों भाई?
And it forces G to hang back, so
it buys time, but it draws attention away from
corner clear नहीं हो
has to
रहा
be
है.
the one to find the goods here.
करो जी कर दो.
Some of the greatest gun. He's already been read by Akame too. Chef's kiss.
Cosmic divide up too. You're just gonna have to go and swing, hope for the best. Relay bolt gets sent out. May continuing to hold, but he's low HP. In goes the Odin. Akame continuing to stand. He looks for another, but there goes Autumn and Javi all of a sudden with a phantom spray.
It's not a round that gives you massive confidence though. To close these rounds though. It's a dime a dozen that they can.
भाई ये एंगल तो हर्ष भाई तुम भी चेक करते होगे.
The right reads and rotates.
Exactly, bro. I don't know.
Tandem plays for DFM have been getting the job done a lot. And again, it's 6 times, right? That's 1 out of 6. You got to hold on to all of the weapons that you possibly can. Any ultimates that you invest are gone to hinder chances later on.
Problem दे रहे हैं यार अभी ये लोग.
That one does go
अब split दिखा दो शायद बस अब split देखना है
You have provided yourselves these situations to avoid some slip-ups. You buy everything that you want back in to the next round. The Op for Yatsuka, the Odin for Akame, of which is at this A site. GE wanted to try and keep on going.
Alongside me as well on the A site. Well, GE suddenly wanting to back off.
And if they do that, they go into the scope of Yatsuka. Now we have seen him miss a couple so far. Put him on a pedestal though.
ये कास्टर अचानक से G biased कैसे हो गए भाई?
He's got the TP set up now as well. Okay, Prowler does its thing.
Nice shot on Prowler.
The shorty's already been pulled out early by Yatsuka. Reads him, absolutely.
Well, the rest of the team though trying to pick up the pieces now into sight.
Oh, what an escape strategy from Yatsuka. Just into the drift.
Insanely close. Kaide out towards the top, managed to find the angle, but Crystal out for the trade as well.
Nice.
Where is Akame slowly arriving soon enough? He's crouched, he's crab walking through. Pat instantly domes him.
It's another real neck biter though, isn't it? GE just scraping by. If Crystal doesn't win those fights, becomes super difficult for Patman.
भाई क्या बेट किया है ना वो?
Too close for comfort for sure.
भाई तुमने देखा वो अल्ट में जाते हैं तो उसको कितना डैमेज पड़ा?
GE do hold on.
खेला वो यात्सुका.
Just this peak right
नहीं
here,
नहीं यात्सुका अल्ट में गया जब.
Can you really scrap for 4 more rounds?
उसको कितना डैमेज पड़ा? वो अल्ट में चला ही गया था बस.
That's exactly it, Chief. And all of a sudden now,
DFM
wants to take a couple of peeks.
Now you got to think better of committing to that fight by himself, even with overdrive. Rest of his team, couple without weapon. But I like this initiative from Akame. He needs to be very, very careful. Because he is committed here, he doesn't get away with nothing.
Aim and control एक player के साथ रखना.
Half buy as well for DFM.
भाई पर ये good for one भी रहा
no support from the team. Gonna get trailed out. He is stuck. He does get some damage at the end of the day on a Harvey.
Pretty decent.
Good job.
See who's on the site.
Rotations.
That's got
coming in from May as well.
Potential big ult.
30 seconds to go. Do you give the gun away
भाई मत करिए वाला flash एक backside
चिपक के खेल रहा है.
नहीं होगा
flash. Doesn't quite have the time for it. It's going to be a slight bait and switch play with the light speed going through refract as well. May continuing to hold the angles, but unfortunately goes down to Yudotan. The entire site in tatters.
Don't fancy Kaide's chances at a depth game with a Bucky.
He's up all night to get Bucky, man. He's going to do it.
Up all night to get Bucky.
Squash.
जैसे बड़ा निकाल लेगा Bucky से.
I think.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And then there were 3. They're halfway.
हाँ, ये वाला जीतेंगे.
Again, not a situation right now that you are massively phased.
मतलब 11th 12th round DFM वाले light
sweat
buy
on the
पे
brow just yet.
मतलब 11th light buy पे और 12th में light shields पे खेलेंगे.
So not a full believer in the comeback just yet, but we'll see after this upcoming full buy from DFM.
There are still layers to go in this map. Timeout deployed in here for DFM.
Smokes भी खेलता था.
Maybe they were dripping a little.
Just a little bit. Just enough to call the timeout. I mean, we've seen the full B and A commit from GE. We've seen the little pullbacks out towards middle now.
Legitimately, though, they have 2 timeouts to play with. If you're holding on to them in this situation, you are very silly.
Double sided tips हाँ आती है ball से fire double sided.
See what they can string together. It's gonna be tough to read though.
भाई लोग तो पहले ही time out है. अभी 2 round हारने के बाद फिर एक time out लेंगे DFM वाले.
I mean, a couple of them in those gun battles have been GE just narrowly winning over at that B site. Some of these early engagements, if they do go DFM's way, they get away with 1 player advantage, or you remove one of the pivotal members of GE in a specific execute. Can be closing things up.
Crystal का अल्ट एक और में.
Lean towards the A site yet again for the 1-1-3, but also not having the killjoy utility to be the backup of the weaker site. Just Cess
over towards B. That is currently where the angle is for Global.
A little bit worrisome, no?
Now, if you're going in towards a bit of a mid-bully play here right now for Global Esports, Kaide's utility trade you can also try and find just the kills with the crosshair. That is absolutely gorgeous.
उसको दे दो, उसके crosshair पे घुस के दे दो उसको. एक काम करो, उसके crosshair पे घुस के दे दो उसको.
Incredible.
एक जगह खड़े-खड़े मारता है. भाई ये काइडे ऐसे ही मारता है हर बार में.
Now, even with the spike down, I'm not sure how.
उसके maximum kills वही होंगे.
You place your bets down back into B link, but that's also just a little bit telling. Soon enough, and Odin, a full army of DFM soldiers just marching all around you, sets, pulling them down into the dirt.
सही बात बोले हैं भाई, ये लोग जंप नहीं करते
walking away with their map pick, 13-9.
ये लोग को जंप करना चाहिए.
Not too phased of a team after the smacker they got over in map number 1, and had they
चलो अभी easy map पे split
at the end of round number 8.
इजी में वैसे मानना उतना इजी भी नहीं, अच्छा मारता. हाँ वही तो बोल रहा हूँ, वो बंदे को एक एमिंग टेक्निक आती है जो जिसमें वो ये कर लिया है, जिसको बना लिया है कि यार यहाँ पे तो मैं ऐसे आएंगे, अगर मेरे को एनिमीज तो मैं मारूंगा ही मारूंगा. ये क्या मैच होगा भाई? ये जेंजी लोअर ब्रैकेट में क्यों है? निकालना पड़ेगा इनको, खोलना. हाँ गए ये लोग, खत्म है स्प्लिट में, खत्म है ये लोग स्प्लिट में भाई. देख लो भाई, इसके पहले डीएफएम पढ़ाई कर लेते हैं, रुको डीएफएम की स्प्लिट देख लेते हैं. स्प्लिट 64% विन रेट. इसके पहले टीम सीक्रेट के अगेंस्ट जीती है 2025 में भाई. 13-2 जीते थे टीम सीक्रेट के अगेंस्ट. ये तो मैंने ध्यान ही नहीं दिया. आई मीन टीम सीक्रेट तो बहुत ही खराब टीम है. ठीक है कोई बात नहीं.
Going into that map, now they're starting to float a little bit. Split is around the corner.
जी का स्प्लिट तो देखने की जरूरत भी नहीं है, पेपर एक्स को हराया उन लोग ने. Laswell.
What a great turnaround by DFM there. Like the casters were saying, this is a great mental reset to, you know, perform on Pearl, which DFM is good at. Now, the casters were also asking about the veto meta and saying, you know, no one might have the answer to that. But I think our analysts do. What do you think?
To be honest,
दोनों के लिए अच्छा मैप है.
Act like I think I can give a full analysis just
भाई DFM ने 13-2 किया टीम सीक्रेट को स्प्लिट पे. एक ही बार खेला स्प्लिट ये साल.
They did kind of have the read of where they were going for the site, or they would either play retake for the site, and then they would lose the gun game a little bit. So
क्या इसका मतलब एक बहुत ही बढ़िया गेम देखने को मिलेगा. ओके नो सिक्योरिटी ओन साइडर कल का तो
I'd love to start seeing this a little bit more here in the gun rounds, because it definitely looked like on that side for EG, it had to ready up themselves a little bit more quickly.
Bro, I own this A bomb site, bro.
कल की क्लिप्स देखी नहीं यार, कल की क्लिप्स देख लेते हैं.
Cam is about 2. You see him on the cam, he's about 2 inches away from his monitor. You're never missing a shot that close up while you're also 2 inches away from your crosshairs. Yeah, exactly.
यूरोप ट्रिप के फोटोज भेज रहे.
हाँ?
बंदे डिस्कॉर्ड पे यूरोप ट्रिप के फोटो.
क्या है भाई, हमारे नसीब में तो उदयपुर भी नहीं है. क्या ही बोलूं
भाई, हमारे नसीब में अपने घर से बाहर निकलना नहीं है
भाई. यूरोप सस्ता हो गया क्या? बहुत लोग जा रहे हैं भाई.
6 महीने से बोल रहे हो घूमने ले जाओ भाई. बेशरम लोग, शर्म कर लो भाई.
मैं क्या शर्म उस दिन
को इतना दुख दे रहे हो ना भाई. पाप मिलेगा भगवान से.
अरे तो तुम्हारे सामने
उधर कोई कुछ नहीं बोल सकता. हर्ष भाई खुद बोलते हैं उनको जाना है, हम मना करते हैं.
Exactly.
हर्ष भाई के दोस्त भी मना नहीं हम नहीं हर्ष भाई के दोस्त जो दूसरे दोस्त है ना, वो मना कर देते हैं.
ट्रू मेरे को तो निकलना है भाई घर से.
हर्ष भाई की बातों में पता चलता है यार कि उनको जेन्युइनली जाना है.
अच्छा हर्ष भाई,
तो
तुमको लोग मना करते हैं?
हाँ
ओके ब्रो.
तू कौन से प्लान का बोल रहे हो जिसमें
अभी हम जाने वाले थे ना.
हाँ तो कोई तो एक दोस्त हमारा बोला नहीं जाते।
हाँ
अच्छा
हाँ रे दोस्त।
That's got her hurt. That was so beautiful.
ठीक है कोई दिक्कत बात नहीं, but we are making a new plan to शिमला मनाली।
You're just trying to clear the tight.
ये कब हुआ?
तो प्लान भी बना दिया भाई।
हाँ हमने तो प्लान तो बना लिया है अभी।
कब जाना है?
Get here for the side aloud.
मार्च 15 या 20।
क्या बोला
मास्टर्स होने के बाद।
ठीक है
Acting that they're trying to get here for the side aloud.
मतलब अच्छा प्लान है।
I love you, daddy. Oh my God.
I love you daddy बोलता है।
नहीं यार ये 2 BHK अपार्टमेंट देखे।
ओ क्लच भाई।
क्या?
तुमको इंक्लूड करना है कि 2 BHK अपार्टमेंट देखे?
नहीं मेरे को मत करो इंक्लूड, मेरी मम्मी का बर्थडे है।
अरे हाँ यार क्लच भाई उस दिन बोले थे। नहीं वो
अरे मम्मी का बर्थडे है भाई।
अबे तो मम्मी का बर्थडे एक दिन आता है ना?
हाँ तो भाई तो घर जाऊंगा ना, एक हफ्ते तो रहूंगा ना घर पे।
15 दिन घर जाएगा?
अरे तो भाई घर जाऊंगा तो घर पे रहूंगा ना कम से कम।
कौन सी तारीख को जा रहा है घर?
पता नहीं वो तो अब मैं नहीं बता सकता, मास्टर्स खत्म होने के बाद जाऊंगा।
ये नहीं फिर नहीं
क्या बोलूं मैं?
भाई सुनो
अरे तो भाई जाओ ना, घूम के आओ ना। मेरे को ले जाना जरूरी क्यों है
भाई? तो हम उदयपुर क्यों नहीं गए फिर भाई?
तो वही एग्जैक्टली
जाना था तो साथ में।
तो भाई जाओ घूम के आ जाओ, उसमें प्रॉब्लम नहीं है यार।
घूम के आ जाओ घूम के आ जाओ।
अरे भाई मेरे को भी घर जाना है तो
बिना क्यों जाएंगे भाई? तो मजा क्या है ट्रिप का?
अरे भाई
तो पहले ही चले जाते हम। अगर तुमको नहीं आना ना क्लच भाई हमारे साथ तो वैसा बोल दो सीधा।
नहीं भाई मैं ऐसा नहीं बोल रहा, अभी वो अगर जाना है वो टाइम घूमने ही और मैं भी जा रहा हूँ तो भाई क्या कर सकते हैं फिर तुम इसके चक्कर में ऐसे अवॉइड करोगे, फिर जब मैं खाली हो जाऊंगा तब किसी और का काम आएगा तो फिर नहीं जा पाएंगे, तो ऐसे करते करते तो भाई जिंदगी निकल जाएगी।
जिंदगी तो निकल रही है भाई।
तो इसीलिए जब प्लान बन जाता है चले जाओ, रिगार्डलेस कोई आ रहा है नहीं आ रहा है।
भाई गिन के तो हम 4 लोग हैं।
ऐसा बोलेगा तो
भाई तो एक काम करते हैं, ऐसा प्लान करते हैं, मैं घर जाता हूँ 4 दिन बाद मम्मी का बर्थडे सेलिब्रेट करके उधर से ही सीधा आता हूँ, ठीक है?
तुमको चलेगा तो हमको चलेगा।
तेरे को चंडीगढ़ आना है बस।
चंडीगढ़ तो शिमला डायरेक्ट नहीं आ सकते?
गाड़ी जूम कार लेंगे और गाड़ी में जाएंगे।
चंडीगढ़ से जाना होता है गाड़ी।
अच्छा ठीक है,
रोड ट्रिप
चलेगा
वादियों में।
चलेगा।
ओए नहीं
घाट में चलाएंगे।
ओए जिसको चलाने आता है वही चलाना, मेरे को नहीं। भाई तुमने चलाई है इसके पहले कभी शिमला में गाड़ी?
मैंने कभी थाने में चलाई थी।
अबे तो हाँ तो थाने में एक साइड खाई नहीं होती ना भाई?
तो नहीं दोनों साइड होती है बड़े।
अरे
पहले मैं जिंदगी में ट्रैफिक में चलाया नहीं हूँ, ये बेशरम की वजह से चलानी पड़ी थी भाई।
हाँ तो सीख गए ना।
देखो 2 गाड़ियां ले लेंगे, ठीक है? ताकि अगर एक गाड़ी का क्रैश हो जाता है तो 4 लोग एक गाड़ी में आते हैं।
एक मिनट तुम्हें किसने बोला कि तुम लोगों को मैं ड्राइव करने दूंगी इस मार्च के महीने में वहाँ पे?
भाई गाड़ी चलाएगा।
इतना स्लिपरी होता है।
एग्जैक्टली भाई जिसको आता है वही उसको ही चलाना चाहिए।
बोलना भी मत कि बस में जाना है, बस तो और भी डेंजरस होता है।
ओए बस तो नहीं भाई, रहने दो।
लेके जाते हैं एक इनोवा में जाएंगे सारे, बात खत्म है वहाँ।
हाँ नहीं मैं किसी और को ट्रस्ट कर ही नहीं सकता ड्राइविंग में। हर्ष भाई को छोड़ के।
ट्रस्ट नहीं, मैं तेरे से ज्यादा गई हूँ नॉर्थ, चुप कर।
अरे तो मैं ड्राइव करूंगा।
अरे वो लोग ऐसा डेंजर ऐसा मस्त चलाते हैं ना
भाई, कोई नहीं
चाहिए डेंजर।
नॉर्थ में जो रहता है उसको ही चलाना चाहिए गाड़ी।
ऐसा नहीं लग रहा अंदर पीएनजी लगा है फोटो।
You know, besides winning the whole entire match, of how strong they actually are, and I don't think we can doubt them, you know, for beating just Team Secret anymore. It was kind of funny seeing that DFM viewing party. I know we're on a break right now. It's kind of like we don't want to see the split. Like we're leaving right now. But I have faith. I have faith in DFM.
14th को बर्थडे तो मान लो 15th को अगर जाता हूँ तो 20 को आ जाऊंगा।
I mean, again, I've criticized DFM and even said like.
अबे तो 14th को मैच है ना कि ये फाइनल?
In Pacific many times. This is another opportunity for them to come up with the goods. You've seen GE play this map twice already. You've seen the solo Yoru start on attack and how they like.
हाँ direct वहीं से।
So it's up to them.
कर सकते।
क्लच भाई,
हाँ
तुम घर से भी वॉच पार्टी करते हो वैसे तो?
हाँ तो पहले जा सकता हूँ।
ओए सुनो ना प्लान
हाँ
तो क्लर्च भाई 4 दिन पहले अगर घर जाते हैं और उधर से ही स्ट्रीम करते हैं, मम्मी का बर्थडे भी मिल जाएगा।
ये तो दिमाग तो अच्छे लगाया आपने, कर सकते हैं,
है ना, है ना, है ना, है ना ब्रो।
सही है, गुड प्लान।
या
दिमाग लगाते हो
कि मास्टर्स के बाद हम नहीं कर रहे हैं।
Well, we've seen them have good setups and game plans on defense in particular, so I'm hoping that kind of translates across the split as well.
I am interested to see how the Vito is going to stack against the Raid. They seem to have that really down solid there. Yudotan is just so good.
कोई बैकआउट ही नहीं कर पाया।
Stopping the Razel.
There you go, DFM starting out on the defensive side, and they will play the double duelist. So you know this is kind of the standard meta comp that you see
हर्ष भाई, अगर आपको सैंटियागो भेजे तो
playing this kind of bursty Yoru race comp.
फिर
तो की तो बात नहीं करनी भाई। अगर वो भेजने वाले होते तो अभी कुछ बातचीत चालू हो जाती।
नहीं, 1 महीने पहले बातचीत।
तो अभी कैसे चालू करते भाई, अभी तो टाइम है
कभी तो 2 हफ्ते पहले भी बातचीत होती है।
अरे लेकिन सैंटियागो डायरेक्ट मास्टर्स, और वो भी सैंटियागो कौन भेजेगा यार
भाई, क्या पता तुम हो।
Please break the interceptor, break. So hopefully the communication and the preparedness.
Yeah, maybe even just
Masters Manali.
Like just pop the showstopper to bait out the interceptor, or
जब होगा तब होगा, अगर हुआ तो ये ना अपन इसका
Well, you can see why the talents have been split up for the predictions for this particular match. It was a really hard call, and even
bro.
at this very moment, I think it's still a very hard call to decide who is going to be winning this out. Is it going to be DFM or Global Esports? As we send it back to our casters, Quack and Komodo for the third map.
You know, I think that's what makes it fun, is when you can't really tell if there's a definite win or not. But what I can tell is that there are a lot of computations going off on Komodo's mind. He can see the composition of the DFM right is the exact same one that PR
Santiago.
It's norm, it's norm. But is it going to be played normal? I think that's going to be one of the things right now.
भाई तुमको कैजनेट के देश नहीं जाना।
Great strengths on the attacking side and some great adaptability on the defensive side of this map as well. And your sample set that we've seen so far for DFM on this one was against Team Secret, and it was 13-2. I don't even class that, really. I feel like Team Secret are just really slow to start things, and DFM
finally
ran for 10 in a row on defense. We'll see if they can do something like that here. Probably not. Good start. Right through the smokes, he sees them by the foot.
पैर देख के shot.
Back in towards garage for GE.
Good timing on the dark cover as well. Completely stop you in tracks for Global to try and get back in towards this one. You don't need to do anything too unorthodox here as DFM either, of course.
Especially given the positions right now, you can see.
DFM warmed up, I guess.
Other side of vents.
Yeah, let's see if this bandit is something that you want to try for with as Global Esports here.
There.
Dissipate on the Nebula, try to get on the line. That is a shot and a half through the corner of the wall. Harvey down 1.
Already a lot of damage. Apart from Akami, still got Cess. Not to mention Yatska just arriving.
Looking for 8k in the name right now. Dare say you won't even find 1k.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds to go. G still stuck inside. They managed to take down Akame, but now slowly streaming down to hell. Yatsuka spots them out again. Just needing to connect the shots despite getting stuck. They get off of it. And that's exactly when DFM presses the issue.
Really clean pistol round from them.
Unlucky.
As well.
Good afternoon.
You do get the 2 kills from Yatsuka. Should give a little bit of individual confidence for the guy too.
Still says easy लिख रहे
हैं ना भाई. A bit disheveled from team performance so far in this series. So if this is the time to step up, take control. What a time to do it. Not a lot of answers that this GE comp is going to be able to do. Situations like that one as well.
मजा आ गया stream के पहले.
So they're going to have to get a little bit funky with things and force some slip ups to DFM. Challenge for a couple of advantages in the early game that we know that they love to go for.
Really build up that bank. Spraying through the smokes for now. They hear some footsteps.
Now Crystal's on 1 HP.
Never
mind, it was other utility that put them there.
Either way though,
Could have been finished off by the Sting.
Enough.
हाँ उसका मौली ऊपर लगा फिर भी नीचे डैमेज
Scary no matter what.
इतना स्पिल होता है
Against a buy up.
Still trying to go back up towards Mail though, and he's already spotted them. Has the paint shells lined up. Plus success once again.
Timing.
Garage hiding inside the smoke now.
Yep.
Whoa, we're
अब मियां भाई की जितनी भी अल्ट आएगी
okay.
उसको टेंशन होने वाली है
Go on through to CT. Kaide already sees it, as well as Yatska. Able to take down the 1v1s right now. Continuing to go off. Go pop off, King.
मारा उसको पैटमैन को कनेक्ट किया उसने इतने फास्ट शॉट में भाई
Throw into the mix in this round with the stolen bulldog at the moment, but is he going to be able to bite on towards them? No, he is not. Akame for it. We saw previously as well these players come out in the Nongshim Full Sense game, right? When Full Sense was trying to flip the map, we saw Nongshim get the better of them once with X-Ross playing on the site. I highlighted with our good friend Chobra.
ये वाला भी अगर ये मार्शल से नहीं मारता ना तो ये थ्रिफ्टी लेके आते
Anyone who was playing on site to potentially play Ram gives you a lot more strengths. There was that adjustment that came through. So I am wondering for DFM, are they going to be maximizing situations in this series where Global do look to get a little bit tricky with it in the back lines, because they are going to try and TP. They are going to try and play this different style of split that is, I would say, unique to them globally currently in this map, just by nature of the comp that they play.
We'll see if it does happen at some point. For now, though, attention drawn back towards middle.
It's a good stack of players there for TFM as well, to be honest with you. Very forward line for Akame, however.
भाई एक तो अटैक चल रहा है पहली बार. Nice.
No, will not. Double swing together. You don't know what's around the corner. May for the paint shells and for the fight as GE.
वो लोग अभी भी numbers पे fight करेंगे अच्छी खासी.
Reaction's quick enough. GE still slowly but surely building on forward. Off towards ramp now. They've taken heaven. Spam's going through into screens all of a sudden, and Pat still continuing forward with the journey.
Oh, this is going to be so ambitious from Cess if he sticks this over towards the flowers. Yeah, Crystal reads that. Patman pushes. I said you got to be aware of these sort of things.
Flawless आया.
You know exactly where Yatska currently is. The penny will drop it in a mere second, as Patman will drop a Yatska for a flawless round for Global Esports. Those are the ones that you're, again, kind of okay with as DFM. That's just your bonus round. You play it as a bonus, with this round being what you put your eyes on towards. I did see a glimpse of an operator being purchased up by Yatska. Keen to see value from that immediately.
100%.
Nice, Pat. Nice, Udo.
Oh, there's a good response out from GE, though. We'll see how they work their way around an incoming operator.
I hope there was a nice Harvey as well at the end of that one from Autumn, because he just named every other player. We didn't get the tail end of that one. Here's that operator that I mentioned, though. Prowler, not able to go too deep. Flash to off-put Yatska. The line that challenged.
Nice info.
Operator revealed in the rounds now. Yeah, are we fake cloning? That always be. They're both watching that one.
Close enough for now, though. But look at the lurks, Pat.
Yeah, you have to break the haunt in that situation. Good awareness from Akame as well. We do see some very sneaky lurkers on Vipers when it does come to the map in Split. I know everyone should have an idea of a player in mind on that one. We'll see later.
कोई नहीं पैटमैन और माँ कसम ये जो हकता है ना ऑप से भाई मजा आ जाती है. ऐसी ऑप चला पूरे मैच बस तू भाई.
Still, though, at the same time, you hear the evolution going through. You start to wonder. May wanting to go in for the kill.
Nice Autumn.
Olaroos, though, trying to draw attention to the B site.
Oh, B पे मारा पर वो लोग A commit कर रहे हैं.
Ideal scenario where Global Esports want to try and finish that one. Over towards the A site now, where Akame does sneak in towards the site, but to play this individually, it's going to be a bit of a challenge. Curtains may close sooner than Global think with this May flank.
Yeah, attention brought away with Akame shooting against them as one. There goes May, unfortunately shot down with Javi flicking to the back.
2v2,
so
2v2.
Good little reaction, but can
you stick नहीं मारेगा. उसके हाथ में ऑप है.
Autumn on 30 HP. He's got the right position. Very narrow focus are these DFM members going to the rafters, going to site. Autumn got to be salivating on this one.
Nice, Autumn.
Initial pick.
And down towards Javi. Just continues to anchor around the site. Kaide managing to take him down. Does have an idea of where Autumn is.
It's not playing it for Autumn, though. Kaide's playing this perfectly.
Just out for time, clicks at the right moment. Just enough to stick the defuse at the end. DFM up 3-1.
Bro, ये क्या प्लान था भाई?
Goes very differently.
और वो टीपी क्यों नहीं स्टिक किया फिर?
Smoke for sure. I mean, they would have won it, right?
ये क्यों फेक टीपी करा?
Unlucky that one doesn't pay dividends on the efforts that Global Esports had to try and dig for to come back in towards this one
ये तो बहुत खराब था यार.
Draw the attention to that B site for the team to
अबे अगर
get
साइड
into
का
what
प्लान है.
that's where Maeve down the ramp.
अबे
Crucial.
अबे नहीं यार, मतलब साइड का प्लान है और तेरे पे टीपी है एक, तो भाई स्टिक कर जा. जस्ट इन केस अगर तुम्हारा टीममेट मर गया तो सीधा ट्रेड के लिए खेल सकता है ना.
Try and close that round for Global.
क्या पॉइंट था फेक टीपी का बताइए. ओपन प्लांट होता तो फेक टीपी.
But that's it. If this one falls, DFM will certainly look to go on a bit of a run on the defensive side, you'd assume.
Ooh, hello. Just aware for now, trying to piece things together. GE still biding their time towards A.
May holding on to this this nade rather for a little bit. I was going to say has a C's nade combo if they do want to do so, with Akame playing towards this A side. We've also got Kaede rotating over now because of the forward line that Cess does have in the garage with that judge, which is going to be a bit of a challenge point for Global. Crystal, no prowlers. So unless you're sending in the clone first, it's going to be a bit of a challenge to get in here without taking any damage.
Surely enough, Autumn. Just go off swinging together. They manage to take him down. Yatsuka, though, arriving on the side. This big old boomstick. Unfortunately, not quite landing the shot. Will pop flash twice. Just dodge around the bullets. Kaede out from heaven. GE still breaking through. May arriving on the site. Able to take down a couple as he goes down in. Pat, long journey all the way through spawn. And that's enough time for May to take down all the players.
Yeah, this layering is looking pretty atrocious from Global Esports. It's almost feeling very one-dimensional in the way that DFM need to counter it. Even if you do disregard a couple of the ghost bullets from the operator, there's no way that Patman can win this round unless he finds the kill onto May, and the job is just done already. DFM
भाई
with the fourth round.
DFM वाले ऑप कर रहे हैं तो टेंशन ही नहीं है ऑपर की.
And does find May at the tail end of that one.
भाई वो बंदे ने 100 शॉट लिए होंगे तो एक मारता है.
Such a perplexing thing to think about, you know, clearly not exactly composition issue or anything like that, but
भाई यार एक ऑपर फर्स्ट पिक नहीं निकाल पा रहा है तो उसके बाद भी राउंड आ रहे हैं तो फिर तो सीन है.
It's a good awareness on the
उसकी सिर्फ मार्शल या आउटलॉ लगती है, ऑप तो लगती नहीं है.
Down to the lighter shields and a couple of lesser weapons, so the drift going in first and foremost is going to be good, but can you get past this?
कर रहे हैं तो उसको ऑपरेटर बाय करके दो, मैं तो बोलता हूँ.
The Nightfall will push DFM back at the ramp to
इकोनॉमी की लग
situate
जाएगी.
bit of a scenario for GE on the plant position.
ऑलरेडी लगी हुई है. भाई 6 HP किया उसने मेरे को.
5 versus 5, no pit in play for Pat.
ये निकाल देना चाहिए बस. नाइस पैटमैन, नाइस. चाहिए थोड़ी फ्रैगिंग चाहिए भाई. अरे बहुत प्यारा स्टन हावी, बहुत प्यारा स्टन मेरी जान. इतना प्यारा स्टन था भाई वो.
Not much you could do here with that weapon. So an upgrade and maybe tail between your legs to get out of here. You cannot get through that divide. It is job done. GE come out with the round.
Nice, बहुत अच्छा राउंड भाई. क्या यूटिल, क्या यूटिल.
एक
नंबर राउंड भाई.
for the upcoming rounds.
Let's go भाई.
अगर मैं भाई अल्ट चला के बॉल के पीछे मार दे.
दो जमा दे.
Way to break through nonetheless. Pat.
The problem is as well, you wanted to see a little bit more upgrades come on the side of GE, hoping for the Vandals or the Phantoms that DFM are holding on towards. You don't want to see Harvey hold on to the Stinger perhaps, so maybe you just throw that off the edge and upgrade yourself into this round, because this is a moment in time for Global Esports so they can stabilize a little bit on their own attacking side. They are able to break through DFM in this next one.
Fair enough.
It is just going to be the 2 guns that DFM will be equipped with in this round. Opportunity to see which way a showstopper can go as well. See if there is the idea to play around the likes of the Vito Interceptor.
Trying things out a little bit quiet for now. Yeah, it's got peeking down middle.
Just needs to make sure he doesn't go for another jump spot. So the dark cover timed nicely.
अभी इनका eco round आ गया है.
A very passive approach from near everyone around.
Split attack sided.
Cake मत कर साले, मार दूंगा घर पे घुस के. मुंह पे डाल दूंगा ये cake. समझा क्या?
Too silly enough to overcommit by himself, so get out of there. To greener pastures as Kame is going to find Patman pushing by himself.
Yeah, he's been doing that for the past several rounds now. May in addition, if Yudotan does decide to go
करने जा रहा है भाई.
The round over.
इतना info thirsty.
Need to see Crystal go huge here. Kaide looking at him with a pistol and maybe a promise. Does reveal himself in this push towards the A site now that May might find the wrong timing for, but as soon as he hears any information, he is going to be in a potentially unexpected position.
So all the best,
He's going to be counting his lucky stars if you watch back this game that this one has come into play, but the audio cue will give Kame all of the awareness that they need on the DFM side.
5v3 बना रहे हैं. और ऊपर से मे पे अल्ट है, फ्लैंक आ गया है वो.
For DFM to spring through. Akame off to the third.
10 seconds left.
Soon enough, hearing the spike planted as well, and May, unbeknownst to GE, should be good for the kills. Does go in for a good wall bang. Automancer's back.
One enemy remaining.
But down.
ना ब्रो. भाई एक तो जी पता नहीं क्यों खराब पेस पे खेल रही है भाई.
And then there were 5 for DFM. Effort by the pushers that they don't go too hungry for as well rewarded. GE going straight in towards their crosshairs. Patman and
100 लाऊंगा. done है मेरी जान, अच्छे से पढ़.
Bit of a leaky tap that you need to seal up. Sometimes the rounds do just happen one at a time with delays in between. Good rewards for DFM as well. Still yet to have a need for a coaching intervention. It would seem coming into the big old buy round for both of the squads in the server, looking a little bit better stacked for DFM 2 in the ult domain.
मैंने कुछ prediction थोड़ी tweet किया.
DFM switching things up a little bit though. May continuing to spam through with the toxic screen while you got Cess alongside Yatska inside the garage.
1.5 kills, Autumn sub 50 remaining. A lockout smoke in towards Garage as well. It is the best start of a round you want for DFM once more. Yatska, this timing is just before the gate crash. If GE were aware of the 110 component, could have potentially found it in transition.
Fast attack करेंगे तो निकलेगा भाई round. अगर slow attack करेंगे ना बार-बार फालतू की information के लिए जाने के लिए तो हारेंगे. देखो ना भाई ये info के लिए ये मरा एक बंदा. बार-बार उल्टा वही मर रहा है.
Yatska continue to play around backside. Cess perhaps sending out Paranoia to slow things through, but it's just enough. GE managed to break in.
Early pit, but it's the rocket that goes in as well. Now Harvey to try and pick up the slack. Stuck in the back of
ये निकाल दे Harvey बस ये round निकाल दे मेरी जान. बहुत important round है.
But just absolutely found by May. They were here to shut that one down. And now we are begging, I think, a little bit right now for Global Esports. This attacking side, a little bit woeful with the great reads that DFM are coming out with. Not being drawn too heavy for the early engagements as well, which is, you know, quite crucial for them, right? GE want the early extremity engagements, properly so. If you're not giving it to them, they have to adjust. And then it looks a bit sloppy.
सिर्फ ढूंढना था भाई उसको.
Not quite finding it just yet.
सिर्फ ढूंढना था.
Holding out for a possible timeout, but now it's up to 62.
You see the Vito utility and a Prowler going in towards main as well. You kind of feel comfortable that this might be a all-in scenario for GE over at this A site. You've got rotations immediately coming over for Cess to be able to bolster up this one too, and then you can just go for a bit of wayward sprays through the walls that you can refresh.
दो राउंड और निकलती जी ना यार तो कहीं ना कहीं फाइट बैक करने का चांस रहेगा. अभी इनको 9-3 या 10-2 दे दिए तो फिर तो यार खत्म ही है गेम.
GE trying to close
fast attack करके निकाल लेंगे. Nice.
Still watching for the angles out from Elbow.
Oh my god, this guy is so messy. How is he getting
up on top? But Pat finds a quick double. It's not enough as Kaide comes streaming in.
There is some damage from GE in the round.
Nah, bro, this is
almost inconsequential when you consider that money situation is still looking great for DFM.
लॉस सा खेल रहे हैं DFM वाले सिर्फ पिंच कर रहे हैं दो साइड से पिंच कर रहे हैं उन लोग को बस nothing else nothing else nothing new
That's all they needed, it feels like, for the camp of Global Esports at the moment. This one not going for the game plan that they'd seen so far on this map in the last two times. We were wondering a little bit as well in this veto situation, right, for DFM. Why did you opt for Split instead of Haven? My processes were going in that you've got to have some good antis and you've got to have a really good fundamental understanding on how you want to be playing your defensive side against GE's attack, and then also how you're picking up your own misgivings on your attack side, I guess, in the game, but like every map in the grand scheme of things to DFM. So far, if you're coming out with this trajectory, if you're coming out with a 10-2, I'll say it, attack side, I'm not going to be as phased about if this was your expectations, if you were putting everything on your defensive side looking structurally sound.
This definitely does look sound and perfect, everything working out for them on this defense. The way that Akame alongside Mei, or maybe even at times Kaide chiming in, especially on this A side, being able to silence Pat on his attempted lurks.
Is the adjustment going to be an operator on this attacking side for Autumn? A pit immediately in towards mid, and this composition as well. Are you investing Prowls to figure that one out? Clone to try and get in? I feel like it's just going to be an unattainable situation. See in towards mid, going to have to look to the other sides of the map, and we've already seen tendencies of DFM that they don't care. They won't push too hard unless you reveal essentially all your players on the other side of the map. Prowler's going in at the A site. That'll find Patman, by the way, off yonder, as Yantska is going to be here.
देखो ये तो ऑप से हगने वाला है. ये तो हग दिया. हगा. देखो बोला ना मैं.
Jump peek into an actual swing from Autumn,
and now you get the drift as well. This has to almost be go time. You have to play.
वो उसके हाथ में ऑप है. तो मतलब वो खुद ही मरेगा.
Don't know how many players might be on the backside of B.
Fact है.
Important to have a vocal player right now, coordinate a play for Global Esports, drift in, see everything that is there. That's a good seize, by the way, to try and finish him off, and it's good spraying too. Spray the body for the drift.
7-5 आ सकता है. Possible 7-5 now. Possible 7-5.
Now to see if they can get this done.
30 seconds left.
ऐसी पेस बना के रखो मार्कस.
Only 2 left. Plus you got the angles covered, so a save, a full save for DFM at this point. 2v5, too difficult.
G 6v4 खेल रही है.
And the cost of just the drift for GE as
well. उनके लिए ही खेल रहा है.
Now hold on to everything else that they require to try and make this a 7-5. So it was nicely done.
अच्छी इको बिल्ड करने के लिए बस.
But again,
उसके ऑपरेटर चले गए इसलिए.
How many more are on the flip side for DFM?
Shut up, stop jinxing. Shut up, bro.
You required the coach input.
मैंने बोला वो शॉट हगेगा हग रहे थे.
Where the vulnerabilities might lie for DFM. I don't really think in this sort of round there was anything too exposed, right? A situation where Yatska on the operator, okay, maybe that one's looking a little bit silly right now with the amount of missed shots that we can count, almost requiring 2 hands.
Shots कौन से मारे हैं भाई?
Bait and switch and then just the no-nonsense drift on in. Some standard things in your comps. GE gets rewarded. DFM can buy back in.
Absolutely, with there's a couple of traces here and there. Not quite able to purchase up in full, I think.
कहाँ पूरा दिन खाता हो यार?
A couple of light shields here and there.
खाना ही नहीं खा रहा हूँ ढंग से भाई.
Going over towards this A site, you know it's going to be the fade raise, and we've not really seen off the rip seize nade combos either. Not feeling too pressured to be able to deploy them to catch global with the toxic screen that generally goes up.
निकाल दिया था Autumn ने वाला shot भी.
Really focused on towards a bit of a ramp spot right now for Autumn. If Mei peeked out, there's the backing up of GE to start to get those sprays down though onto him. I wonder if you're going to try and take this as a dry fight, Patman. That would be ill-advised, but he does win it. So an advantage for GE. Space that he is very hungry and finding and very well rewarded for.
Might even look for Akame right underneath. He's trying to spot for it. Kaide's close by as well, but unfortunately goes down the ropes. Autumn finding the shot in, and all that's left is just Cess.
Job's done. Recognition at the moment, it would seem for GE, that DFM are not going to be playing into a lot of these
A lot of these extremity positions, they're going to be holding back a little bit more. That one's going to be a bit of a freebie from Patman's Adventures. The only real reward for Cess is going to be having a gun for the squad in the next round as well.
7-5 आ सकता है
with the from the shadows already online.
ये 7-5 हुआ एक पिस्टल राउंड स्कोर लेवल.
Do to try and maybe cheese the last round of the half. You're going to be forcing in no matter what for DFM, but will it be with a Phantom or not? Position revealed.
शॉट दिया. Aim है उसका अभी.
A little bit of time to go. The whole team starting to corral around.
Yeah. I do like the slight awareness as well from Autumn to hang around just a little bit over at that A side in case there was the TP to try and sneak a defuse, but round gets done in the end. You drop the gun as well, so a little bit lighter load for DFM coming into the last round of this half, but I still do feel like
मैं कुछ थोड़ी बोल रहा हूँ भाई. मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ वैसा हो रहा है. मैंने बोला 7-5 आ रहा है. देखो ऑलमोस्ट आ गया.
You know, finding 7. Now I start to wonder if this goes 7-5. Is it enough?
मैं सीधी चीजें बोलता हूँ वो होती है.
Really is the thing that you want to think about, isn't it? While the final round plays out, secondary op being brought out by Javi this time.
Evolution on line, but no showstopper on the side of May. You'll not care about the rest of the utilities at the moment as Kaide is spotted in towards mid. And ultimately, Artscott could be a bit of a bailout strategy. Get that drift online. Because this is certainly a round that you're going to try and dump everything in as global esports, and you want some answers for the Japanese side.
Really
passiveness over at the A side again, not contending with the choke itself.
It does continue to keep Kami and May invested though.
भाई यात्सुका का भी एक और में अल्ट है. ठीक है अपने पास इनफ अल्ट है. पैटर्न के भी 2 पे अल्ट है.
Through garage, Yatsuka.
Oh, I don't know if they were spotted just yet. It's a bit of a bait play to sneak Yatsuka in to do something.
भाई यात्सुका को क्लियर करना चाहिए. उसको क्लियर नहीं करे ना बीटी होगा भाई. वो राउंड निकाल देगा यात्सुका.
Oh, it will in just a second. That's why he's incentivized to go looking. And well, that's what.
And that's exactly where G will press in and execute. Cess getting hit by Nightfall, as well as trying to shoot out the haunt.
He just ran into the open before the smokes had even gone down. He's very lucky to still be alive.
G not quite pushing in just yet because they don't know what's on the other side of the smoke, but that might be a slight mistake. Now Cosmic Divide up. Billy's coming back through. C's landing perfectly, but it doesn't quite land onto Yudotan. Thanks to the evolution, it will just continue to push through, hunting down frag by frag.
And from what we've seen so far as well from GE, they have had these calls to go and flip the map, to go end over at A. That's why May was still sitting all the way deep in towards main, thinking that was going to be a possibility. But now, position noted. Imagine a bloody world if this was a 1 versus 5 to keep DFM in this round. He's going to be finding isolated kills, but Mr. Patman says no. 7-5. Some recoveries from GE, but Quack, was 7 enough for DFM from what we've seen already? I don't think so just yet, which makes more importance on this pistol round.
Pistol बहुत important है, बस pistol चाहिए.
Very, very tall task. One that they sorely need just to be able to push this all the way through. I mean, they made all that progress up on Pearl. Down towards split.
भाई पैटर्न बहुत अच्छा निकाला है वे.
To fall off a little bit. I mean, we saw him buy out the operator. Such a crucial role as well, but
nice भाई fighting half रहा है बहुत अच्छा.
Pistol
3 rounds is what they put up on the attacking side against Team Secret to close.
No, he's still in the game, bhai.
Of course, they did start off with 10 in a row on the defensive side for those that may have missed that one.
अबे यार एक तो ना.
It was Yartska.
ये लोग बहुत fast खेलेंगे.
Really slipping up in there as well. But he did deliver a bit more in the previous map, so I was hoping individually that he would be able to carry that over into towards this one. Same as Cess as well.
तो मत करो reload. Stop stressing out over your bullets. Start tapping and bursting. Defense attack map है, defense map है, of course.
I think as well on these defenses we are going to probably see, if history serves, very different choke point plays.
अगर teams बहुत अच्छा ये करी ना, क्या बोलते हैं, बहुत अच्छा pace बनाए रखी ना, तो बहुत easy होता है attack में split जीतना.
But again, you also then have to consider if DFM are aware of this, which they should be, having seen it twice already in kickoff with this exact position.
13-10 G wins.
39G win.
Leaving this math as the final one. Pat though.
हर्ष भाई तो दिल से DFM बोल रहे होंगे ना हर्ष भाई?
है ना हर्ष भाई? Up to plate map after map.
पैसे दिए DFM वाले इसको.
पता है मेरे को.
We're hoping that this is going to be more of an alpha side situation, but it's going to be over towards B, and it may very well just be DFM getting in free of charge and going for an early plant.
Oh, clear on through with double satchel. Shots not tracked, not this time.
Don't like the frenzy of that distance.
देखो बोला ना चैट ये लोग फास्ट खेलेंगे.
Tough way to recover for the remainder of GE.
Yeah, 5 versus 3, but a safe plant.
जो स्प्लिट जितना फास्ट खेल लिया उतना इजी रहा.
Oh, I don't know if you can really walk out though. Crystal completely smoked off. You don't just able to get one, but once again, usually not really favoring them. Crystal finding more shots.
Nice.
Pulling all the way up and down onto it at the end. He's managed to
please
spot
निकाल
them
ले,
down.
please
Goes for the
निकाल ले.
reload. Crystal up for the hunt. Also needing to reload. They're both running out of ammo. Just
nice
enough for
try,
Kaide to find the right opportunity.
They knew exactly where Kaide was coming because he falls in towards the chokehold in that 2 versus 2, but you couldn't quite finish off the kill.
Bro, उसका रूप पे एक भी शॉट नहीं लगा.
Very, very specific reason that it was a safe plant. There was recognition in that moment from Global Esports that they don't need to kind of take the fight over at the tower towards Kaide, but they do. There was an opportunity for them to just focus in the 2 versus 1 for the slight timing to get on towards the spike, but instead trying to play on the lower HP stuck scenario of Kaide in the chokehold. And Crystal cannot allocate the shots to get the 1 versus 1. I feel like DFM had the beginning, Global had the middle, but DFM had the end.
These rounds continue on this way. The end might draw near. Crystal, though, trying to thwart it. Out with the classic. Kaide at the trade. Javi gunned down as well towards back of the site. So pretty clean plant. Minimal damage sustained for DFM.
And Autumn just has his selection on where he wants to try and navigate for some damage here. Is it up through towards tower or towards screens? Gonna be spotted by Cess and even just finished off very cleanly. As the the pistol round is doubled for DFM.
Oh भाई यहाँ से 2 राउंड चाहिए back to back.
I wouldn't know. Is it going to be a bit of a bonus scenario, though, for DFM to look to try and take a series here and continue a middle bracket run? Definitely going to be too early to tell, but we know all of those watch party goers are going to be very happy for them finding these rounds, having a 4-round lead. Important one here that is going to be every member of DFM challenging straight towards this A side of the map. That is going to be a little bit of a pressure cooker scenario for Javi. Maybe even more for the guys over at the tower side.
Oh, playing off for the ropes, though. Should help them somewhat. There they go. A couple more kills, perhaps for Pat as well, laying out a trap. Eating a seize, though. And unfortunately turns away the wrong second.
I'm seeing a lot of mistakes at the moment on these decisions to take these fights from Global. It is a good push, don't get me wrong, but it always looks like Kaide was aware of it.
Yeah, managed to slip in, now holding the angle. All of a sudden, feeling the pressure to take the fight on against Autumn.
He
tried to fake it just then.
Awkward as heck. Crystal coming back through. But this is where things could get really dangerous with 1v1s. Crystal, no!
Are we switching guns?
Javi now. Walking on forward, looking for Cess. Where could he have gone? The Nightfall sent by Akame clears so much. You've got the stars, but you're looking the wrong way. The barrel revealing your location. You know, you were talking about the watch party. Conversely, for the coaching booth right underneath us, I can only imagine what Frost is going through.
I feel like from the history that we've seen in the coaching booth for Frost, the sentence is probably, "What are we doing?" with some hand animations. That is a extremely sloppy round to come through from Global in a lot of those moments too. Having second, having third challenges on ropes. Quick switching weapons going on around corners.
It's absolutely derailed.
And that's going to be drawing out a timeout immediately from Frost in a bonus round of DFMs that they should have, for all of the normal reasons of this game, had no interest in finding. That really sets them up here on this side.
to try and narrow the gap to victory.
बोनस राउंड भी ऐसा दिखा रहे हैं बेमां कसम चैट. चलो फिर रात को देखते हैं अमेरिका. रात को मिलते हैं अब.
Tough situation.
चलो फिर ब्रो अर्ज भाई मिलता हूँ रात को अमेरिका. बाय बाय.
These are the moments you need to make sure that you aren't scared as well. For those who might have just been joining us, this is going to be a middle bracket game too, don't forget. So the loser is not going to be down and out, but they are going to be in a lower bracket, and it's a bit of a gauntlet run to try and contend with for that third spot to Santiago.
I believe the winner plays against really nice.
भाई अर्ज भाई तुमने जिंक्स किया पता genuinely.
Here we are. It's good usage of the intercept up, actually, there to zap out the poison cloud. So
गलती तुम्हारी.
It's over there for Crystal now, as you've got immediate rotations from Patman and the rest of the squad towards the B site. And everybody gonna have to run on over towards the A side if that's where DFM recognizes it's gonna be weaker at the current juncture.
Fortunate though, because it's just gonna create so many gaps.
I mentioned Patman for a specific reason here at the moment, because he has to be kind of self-sufficient on this site. Which Harvey does skedaddle on over, and then you can play on your own toxic screen.
13-10 यहाँ से 8 राउंड आएगा. देखो प्रेडिक्शन अगर ऑन टॉप हुई ना, ऑन टॉप हुई ना मेरी प्रेडिक्शन.
Oh, it just tells you that you can't go vents. It's going to be a dirty situation. If you go by yourself, you're looking for a little bit of timing. The worrisome scenario is just Autumn, because he's got no escape route right now.
30 seconds
just
left.
A flash and an angle. He will be able to find the first pick, but instantly traded. Now DFM hiding.
And we've lost our tower control, and we're still knifing out.
Slight timing from Udotan perhaps, though, but it's still one that's been intentionally left open. DFM quite aware. These kills could go really south really soon. Kaide quick with the trade. Javi, though,
1v2, 1v2.
out with the Sheriff.
You can immediately see the switch up in positions as well from Cess. Not hungry enough to give a 1-versus-1 duel. Gonna try and play this one with Yatska a little bit, but the smokes do obfuscate the vision.
And also revealing locations, but Cess not able to take the duel. It's down to it onto the spike where Yatska was lying in wait.
And then there was 11 for DFM. It's going to look to be
another like that.
Uphill battle for Global Esports to try and get back into this map, just likewise of Pearl. Whilst the evolution is going to be online for Udotan, we're waiting to see just what the evolution of a whole looks like coming in towards this one right now for Global Esports, because they had just felt, very below par, essentially, in the way that they've been playing this map.
क्या रहेंगे?
Do or dies.
ये lower bracket.
They are going lower bracket ना, do or die. हाँ सारे do or die.
लोअर ब्रैकेट बहुत कुकड है भाई. यहीं जीत जाना था जो करना था.
I mean अगर पुराना फॉर्मेट होता तो अभी निकल जाते.
नहीं कैसे पुराना होता तो अभी ग्रुप स्टेजेस चल रहे होते.
पुराना होता तो तुम 2 गेम हारते तो तुम निकल जाते ना.
Advantages converted or not. He doubles on down.
स्टेज फिर
अभी 3 गेम हारोगे तब निकलोगे.
Which means you definitely don't want to go back towards 8. Peeking out top mid now.
नया फॉर्मेट है ना इस साल का.
नया फॉर्मेट है, बट पहले ग्रुप से क्वालीफाई होके तुम प्लेऑफ का ब्रैकेट बनाते थे.
अरे ग्रुप में ही अगर तुम 2 गेम हारते हो तो तुम एलिमिनेट हो जाते थे पहले.
नहीं ऐसा नहीं था.
Game changing scenario with the showstopper.
ग्रुप में 3 हारने पड़ते थे.
Quite the launching pad just yet. Can go on through further enough. Maybe. And that kill could have been it.
It's 5 versus 3, and those are 2 advantage numbers for DFM, taking those as 2 versus 1s. It's good confirmation, don't get me wrong. There's a head spotted by Cess, not aware right now. Harvey taking down. This is looking to be a massive conversion round for DFM.
Might even give them
पहले top 2
series
दो ग्रुप के प्लेऑफ में जाते
in with
थे.
dimensional drift. A little bit desperate to look out for as much as possible. If Crystal can find the frags, but he wasn't looking the right way. Man, quick to respond. Now the flash goes out.
Qualification पहले मुश्किल होता था ना, अभी इसीलिए ये कर दिया.
Against the whole of DFM.
ब्रैकेट से 3
Likes to save up for the up instead. You're up 5-12 now.
That is a lost in the source moment from GE right there. Taking battles that they did not to, and the dimensional drift of Autumn saw May, confirmed May. And Crystal just looked like he didn't hear it.
मैं बताऊं एक चीज बताऊं मैं.
नहीं मत बताओ.
नहीं मैं बताऊं, हाइड्रा भाई नहीं देख रहे थे इतने दिन से तो अच्छा खेल रहे थे भाई.
Not quite sure.
Yeah, पिछला गेम भी तो
kind of not right now.
भाई अच्छा खेले भाई पिछला गेम भी 2-0 जीते हैं पेपर एक्स के अगेंस्ट भी अच्छा खेले
Ever since we forget about the first map, I've been a lot more impressed by the way they've been navigating majority of these rounds as opposed to how GE have been.
Last time भी एक
And I mean, this is the team that came into this with one of the worst attacking percentages
अच्छे
so
टीम
far.
के अगेंस्ट जीते थे
They are on a flawless run on the attacking side of this.
बैरल के अगेंस्ट जीते थे भाई अच्छा टीम है बैरल
That is defensively strong.
They just won a 3v5.
They won a
पेपर एक्स के अगेंस्ट 1-2 गए थे क्लोज मैप थे जो 2 थे
Pretty incredible.
भाई जीतने वाले थे
They're definitely doing things right, but for most of us
फिर
on the outside looking
फिर
in,
उसके
I think
बाद
we can only
हैदराबाद आज
look
डिसाइड
how
की कि आज मैं
GE
मैच
for
देखूंगा
DFM. This could be
हाँ ठीक है मेरे पे डाल दो
the
ना
rounds up out for Yatska now.
It's 7
नहीं
map
नहीं
points.
तुम्हारी गलती नहीं है हाइड्रा
More
भाई
than they had in the
ये जो
previous map.
बेशरम पहले ही मैप में जो बोल दिया था ना एक इंसान
मैंने क्या बोला
Whilst you're
था
on this forward line with the
हो
operator
गया
at
अभी
the
तो
moment, you're just
अरे आगे
immediately
क्या
getting
बोले अरे
the puzzle
split तो
pieces
अरे
played.
भाई
तो भाई
ऐसा हुई तो
Forcing
वो तो
Autumn
कोई
off
भी
the
मैच
line.
देख के बोलेगा ही ना
DFM a lot of times
पेपर
quickly
एक्स के अगेंस्ट
pull
स्प्लिट
themselves
जीते हो
as
तो
well.
फिर तो जीत ही जाओगे स्प्लिट
Sure you're not burning the recipe here.
वो तो एक पांचवी का बच्चा ही बोलेगा
Just catching fire a little bit. Autumn managing to put it out. Back in with a double peek
Shots
again.
wide.
आज ट्विटर में
It's
बहुत
a helpful set of hands, don't get me wrong. But I think a lot of people will be asking for GE, where was this a couple of rounds ago? Cess and Akame, see what they can sneak in and find. As the spike is technically in a unretrievable position right now if Global keeps on going forwards. Cess does have the ultimate to pick it up, but you have to find advantages first before deciding to utilize that.
Yeah, it's way too risky for now. Op still watching the angles though. And that will pretty much mean that this round is done.
Nice shots,
4K for Autumn. All shots one by one.
Yeah, all shots one by one at the end of the day, but it needs to be more of the team play, right? We can't just have moments of individualness because we saw what happens, and I'll use an example on the flip side of the team. The May Show last year. It cannot just be a one-man army attempt. It needs to be the rest of the squadron also lining up together to laser opponents. And we are missing that at the moment. Yes, you can say rounds by rounds, don't get me wrong, it's always round by round in this game. But that's only your first on this defensive side. And we're eventually going to have a stacking of ults from DFM to throw into the mix as well.
It's a good little start though. Quickly responding to May's footsteps up ramp, but now where else do you go? Because DFM, that was all a ruse.
Yudo Tan.
Oh.
Well, dispatch of Kai, Day and Autumn with the op yet again. Making mincemeat of Cess. So this round looking a lot more of a premium tasting one for GE. Maybe in a flawless variety as well, which will be very important for the upgrades and balancing of the economy in these tumultuous times.
Yeah, you really want to keep your stonks, investments, everything going up. But at the same time, while these rounds go through, right, there are some timeouts that DFM can still deploy ults that they're still cycling up on as well.
I mean, it's the latter for me, right? You shouldn't need massively a timeout to try and steady the ship at the moment, because for me it was just 2 rounds that Global have found with the operator dancing around. DFM will choose to use a timeout. They do have 2 of them. It's not the worst thing. They did win after using it in the last map, so maybe they are going to be well favored coming.
इसने बोल दिया लॉकडाउन है मेरे बोलने से कुछ नहीं है भाई
5 more for Global.
तुम देख लो सबसे बड़ा जिंक्स हर्ष भाई है
I mean, right now, really just needing to find a solution, well, whatever solution you want to deploy against Autumn and then Operator.
मैं नहीं हूँ भाई
Easiest thing if you want to get away from that is prowling early and making sure that you're
एक आदमी है जो और बड़ा जिंक्स करता है वो हर्ष भाई है
Autumn's playing a little bit more autonomous on this Yori, right? We're not seeing a lot of the backing up from his teammates to break any bit of util for him. He's taking the fights and then trying to get out after the pot shot. So if you're resting back onto utility protocols, that can certainly be an avenue for DFM to start to garner a bit of space, right? If they go to the A site, for example, it's getting past the main choke, it's getting up towards ramp, it's settling down, ensuring there's no flank. You're just stepping through the round as it plays out.
Oh, look at the ults. How close they are to coming online for Yatska, for Kame.
As I said, Prowler out first, see if there's going to be anything on the closer line with that operator. You'll hear the Interceptor to zap a little bit of this utility.
भाई पता चला बाद में 5 राउंड ही आ गए
maybe playing around.
अभी ये लोग ऐसा क्या इकोनॉमी बिल्ड कर रहे हैं भाई 3 स्टिंगर लेके शॉट
Not able to get on.
Nice.
Yeah, not quite. Sesto somehow still alive. Sent out his paranoia a little bit early as well. The team trying to go off of it, but unfortunately shot down by Yudotan. Now, leading towards the back of this cosmic divide. They just can't see too much into sight.
Yeah, the timing comes out a little bit earlier from DFM there that it looks like Global Esports were ready for. But they do manage to find it nicely as Yatska TP deep in. Aware by Yudotan. Rest of the team hitting the shots as well. Getting up those guns. And you would feel like in this situation that the job is still not done. 2 versus 3. We go around the merry-go-round for DFM towards this B side as well in a very long ride. Now look towards Global here, needing to make sure they aren't
30 seconds left.
Too hesitant too. Making sure they're just holding, guns up, not getting caught out at the wrong timing. Because this should shift into a bit of a retake. Crystal for a Prowler, Autumn for a Flash, Harvey with a couple of stars as well.
10 seconds left.
But this B site does offer a lot of good angles that DFM can hold for. So you have to make sure you do not overlook anything.
Hopefully not. Akami tries to go peeking. Hopefully trying to walk away with 1 kill, but it's not going to happen today. Not in this round.
Cess has put himself in the right
spot. I
don't know though. With Stinger running out of ammo. Yeah, that's going to be
quick enough.
Through. Well enough for GE to put
a good spot if there's no horn.
Let's be
real, no horns. Maybe it's a better gun, maybe it's a Vandal or something like that. Maybe they overlook a corner. We've seen players not check corners so far today. But it's good for GE. They hold on in their one at a time step that they need to go through.
It's the upcoming round though that I'm a little bit worried about.
The upcoming one? Not every single ultimate is online just yet.
Not yet, not yet. Close.
There was some utilization as well in that one for GE2, right? Getting that Cosmic Divide in. Unaccessible soon. Autumn getting closer towards the Drift though, 1 away. If you need to deploy that, I feel like you're definitely going to have that ready.
Stay focused.
So let's see what this one comes out for DFM off the get-go. Mid-protocol with a 1-3-1. Pit towards the B side of the map as well. Is going to lock out Yatska's operator potential.
Wait out the talk screen, smokes. Perhaps approach through with a Prowler.
Bit of a different look towards the Veto util as well on this B site. There's that Dimensional Drift coming in for Autumn because they are feeling a little bit problemed in this round already. How far up are DFM? The Drift is not going to be able to find any kills, any rewards there.
Just enough information outside middle to start to perhaps worry about the
And it stays DFM off from going in towards the vents, more importantly, right? From looking for some different angles to try and find some opening advantages. Haunt towards A main dodged, by the way. So there's a good window here for DFM to get free ramp control, to set themselves up for a drift of their own into this A site.
Yeah, start to worry about it. Kaide already sneaked up ramp, spotting out Autumn. Into the site though, out of the drift, and that's exactly where DFM starts to execute. 3 players dead in an instant.
As I said, these ultimates, they could have been waiting for all of them, but it was go time on the Dimensional Drift, scoping out everything. Akame can even rip in the Nightfall towards the screens and make you have a bad day here if you wanted to.
Never mind that, the guns at this point just not even enough. Just Pat to try to do and lift up everything. He's got to work around the pit. Right now, just trapped around elbow, and as soon as he peeks out, Seth will deliver the killing blow. Final map ending. In this fashion, it's DFM that takes it all at the end, 2-1.
A lot of learning and adaptations showed in the server, I feel like, on the attacking side, where needed the most as well from them. Very convincing start of this one, coupled by the fact on finding some great pistols. A couple of rounds, right, that also go really down to the wire that tip over into GE's favor, but not a lot of good confidence there of security. The way this series started off on Breeze, everything looking good for them, right? Breeze, uncomfortable territory, it would seem, for DFM at the moment. Pearl questioning.
मैंने नजर लगाई. सालों मेरे को मत बोलो मैंने नजर लगाई.
You get in towards this final map.
मैंने तो पहला मैप हाइप किया भाई बस.
Either way, I thought whoever gets off with a very good first half will look to be favorable, but I always had a sour taste on what the attack side would look like for DFM, and I'm thoroughly impressed by the way they were doing it, and I'm also a little bit disappointed for GE. Feels like the source they came out with at the very beginning with this roster right now has lost a bit of its signature flavor.
It definitely does come to that point, but for now,
मैं एक्चुअली चैट ने नजर लगाई. चैट ने 89% जी जीतेगी बोली. मैंने तो एकदम वो रखा. न्यूट्रल रखा.
DFM with a reverse sweep against Global Esports today. Hello, we're gonna talk to Yotska, having a little bit of a trouble finding his way around the stage. Hyuga, please come join me over here. Yotska, this is your spot.
Hi.
Over here, thank you.
313 오늘 승리를
거둔 DFM의 야츠카 선수 만나보도록 하겠습니다. 승리 축하드립니다.
इसकी तो बात सुननी. करो जो करना है. यार ये मैप भी किसी ने फ्रैग नहीं किया भाई. ऑटम नहीं किया जो किया. देख लो ऑटम के अलावा किसी ने फ्रैग भी नहीं किया. ऐसे ही जीतेंगे. मैंने कोई कर्स नहीं लगाया भाई. देखो मैंने कोई कर्स नहीं लगाया. ये देखो ब्रो इज प्लेइंग डेथ मैच. जी फाइटिंग. एंड गेस व्हाट हैपेंस नेक्स्ट.
तो नेक्स्ट मैच देख रहे?
यस ब्रो.
DRX वर्सेस T1.
मैंने कुछ नहीं बोला. ये जो हुआ है ये हर्ष भाई की गलती है.
अबे तेरा माइक म्यूट हो जाता है क्या ऑटोमेटिक? रुक जा. हाँ I think chat
存在をリセットしました。
We just it was unlucky. He's too strong.
일단 1세트 크게 내주기는 했지만 그래도 끝나고 팀원들과 함께
पर लगा नहीं था ये लोग साले लोग
3세트
रिवर्स
잘하면
कर
된다고
जाएंगे.
얘기를 했고요. 특히나
अच्छे
그
फैशन
선수의
में दो
압도적인
मैच
활약에
जीते.
대해서는 서로 어떻게 극복하자고 얘기를 했냐라고 물어봤는데 그냥 우리는 좀 언럭키했고 페메 선수 너무 잘하더라 쯤에서 좀 생각하고 얘기를 마무리 지었다고 합니다. 그러면 솔직히 오늘 맵에서 좀 독특했던 부분이 마지막에 헤이븐을 배나면서 스플릿이 디사이더가 됐고.
हाँ एक सेकंड.
कैस वायरल जेंजी. ओ भाई जी जेंजी एक गेम होगा. जेंजी तो बहुत ही खराब टीम है. मैं कुछ नहीं बोल रहा भाई. वन ऑन वन स्टार्ट्स बहुत अच्छे थे इनके. ब्रो मियाँ भाई +8 +9 गए. 2 प्लेयर के अगेंस्ट तो. अबे हाँ बे भाई ये लोग बहुत अच्छा ये किए भाई. क्या ही तो अच्छा फ्रैग किए ये लोग. नेक्स्ट मैच कब है? नेक्स्ट मैच आई गेस अभी कब है? 7 तारीख को. मतलब आज के बाद. अभी अपर फाइनल 13, 12, 13, 14. 13 को एक. अच्छा मिडिल राउंड का एक गेम होगा बस.
Rudy boy, your mic is leaking.
What? Hello?
Huh?
ये कौन है?
You not are Rudy?
हेल ना
मुझे लगा रूडी भाई
किसको ले लियो है।
हेलो
हेलो हेलो हेलो
हाउ यू डूइंग
सेंटियागो की रेस से बाहर है। सेंटियागो की रेस से बाहर तो नहीं है यार, लोअर रन रेट है इस ब्रो। एक अबे भाई
आपका क्या कहना है ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट्स की हार पे?
भोसली की आवाज क्यों है?
क्या ही बोल सकते हैं यार।
2 3
भोसली की आवाज क्यों है इसकी?
बेटर लक नेक्स्ट टाइम।
और हर्ष भाई ब्रो इज प्लेइंग डेथ मैच। और जी फाइटिंग ब्रो इज प्लेइंग डेथ मैच। कर दो ट्वीट, और कर दो ट्वीट ऐसी।
मुंह बंद करोगे?
तुम ट्वीट कम करोगे? हर बार ट्वीट कर देते हो, हार जाते हैं।
अच्छा
हाँ
हर बार ट्वीट करके मैं हार जाता?
नहीं, हरवा देते हो,
शर्म।
हरवा देते हो भाई टीम्स को।
मुंह ना अपना कहीं और खोलना। समझ रहे हो?
क्या
वन साइड जीत जाएंगे ये वो। हाँ कर यार।
ब्रो इज प्लेइंग डेथ मैच। भाई मुंह कहीं और खोलना क्या होता है ये? अब तक फेस ऑफ चेक करो भाई बेटा। हाँ क्रेजी भाई। चलो फिर बाय बाय, मिलते हैं रात को अमेरिका। आओगे क्या?
हाँ
इसको तो मैंने फुल रखी थी वेट। क्या मैच है यार? अच्छा मैच है। एनआरजी 100 थीव्स भाई। पहला गेम एनआरजी 100 थीव्स है। ऑलराइट, डीमन 1 की याद आएगी आज। हाँ ना बे, आज डीमन 1 की याद आएगी यार। आज डीमन 1 खेलना चाहिए था, मजा आता। चलो यार, अब मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट स्ट्रीम में। थोड़ी देर के बाद रैंक्ड गेम खेलता हूँ। तब तक के लिए बाय बाय, सी या, टेक केयर।